epic was that?
What's up, everyone?
So, yeah, everybody. Ozman Collect 63 here, and welcome to the WebV Collective's first live stream. Wait, and look, I've got things all set up. I did. A semi-working soundboard too.
That's production value right there, ladies
That's it.
and gentlemen.
And we have someone to join us to the first. We've got Mr. Chris Severs in the house.
Whoa.
Whoops, wrong one. That one. That's better.
There we go. Hello, everybody.
How are you, Chris?
Nostalgia Respark. What is happening, Chris?
Thanks for joining us. And we also have Dee as well in the house, but I think she's off getting something to eat.
Yeah, cooking right now.
She's cooking.
Cooking. Good.
Yeah, so what's happening, guys?
Oh, not much. Well, it's Sunday, just turned afternoon here in Vancouver. So, I just got up a little while ago. We had a little neighbor get together last night, so
I can relate, Chris. We had a pool party yesterday, and so we didn't get home till like super late. So we just got up not too long ago ourselves, and I'm feeling it today.
Lots of coffee.
Yeah. There we go. I got an energy drink today.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I just literally got back from a family gathering. It's just going past 8 o'clock at night here in the UK. So like, I'm just like full of food, so drink, etc. So I'm feeling it as well. But
that's what the weekend's about. You know what I mean? Have a good time, hang out with your friends, right? Or block party and just chill out.
Yeah, love it.
So
what time are you at, Alex? You're pretty early, right?
Sorry, yeah. Like I'm normally up quite early in the mornings anyway, so
yeah.
It's all good. But before I forget, I should probably give you one of these as Mr. Collector Spotlight.
Shucks.
No, that's great, mate.
I feel the blushing coming up already. So
yeah, no, it's good, mate. Actually, no, so I take that back. We've actually got 2 Collector Spotlights in here, don't we?
And you've been in there,
right? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like way past my time, guys. No, let's talk about Chris.
This guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, Chris. Congratulations for
right now. We're just missing one here, Alex. So yeah,
that's it. Maybe I'll get there one day. I think I've only got like 200 comics or something. I think I got like 217 comics, but I think a good 80% of them are like ultra rare. So I wonder if that counts for anything.
Oh yeah, you're the ultra rare king.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that was pretty fun. It was unexpected. I don't know if you guys saw it. Aaron from My Collectibles.
I did, yeah.
He reached out real last minute and said, "Hey, do you want to jump on?" And I'm like, "Oh." So I went in there, but yeah, it was. We chatted about it. They're pretty special. I don't know if you remember your feelings, Nana, when you got yours, but yeah, like I said, just the fact they're recognizing and making those are, I mean, they're simple to do relatively for the company, but they mean a lot, and so you see how well the community just kind of galvanizes, always behind you, and it's just it's very heartwarming, right? So yeah, thanks to everybody.
Yeah, no, I want to like kind of, I joke around like, oh yeah, it was in the past for me, but yeah, when it happened, it was a really good feeling. In fact, you were kind of riding on that feeling before it happens because they reach out to you a week before, right? Or at least Ryan reached out to me, and then you go fill out that little survey, and then you go sign an NDA and your life away. No, I'm kidding on that. Yeah. And then and then they drop it, and then you see all those comments and the people, the community, they say all these nice things. I had some bad things said about me too, but that's okay. You take it all with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
Bad or good, they love you, right?
There's always got to be at least one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. But it was really good. And also Aaron reached out to me that day as well. And I went on his stream the next day. And yeah, the whole community was in there, just kind of like doing exactly what happened to you, because I was in the stream when you were actually with My Collectibles as well, and so it was just a really good feeling inside. So yeah. I appreciate this community.
Nice. Yeah, people from everywhere. I mean, even here, right? We're right now three different corners of the planet.
Yeah,
sharing something that was brought together from a simple idea, and I just I love it. It's so fantastic. So here we are again, right? Thanks. Yeah, this is my video number 2, I think, with you, Hanano. So
Is it? Oh man, yeah, we gotta get 3, 4, and 5s.
Yeah,
I
right.
think, man, you're getting
This is
very
how it
popular
starts.
with those vlogs.
Yeah.
Hey, here's D. Hey,
Hey.
D.
Hey guys, good morning.
Hey.
Hello,
Hey
how are
Chris.
you?
Good morning. Cheers. Happy Sunday.
There
Cheers.
you go. Everyone's got the Sunday mornings. Right.
That's it. I got
That's
the Sunday
exactly
nights.
it.
Yeah, Sunday nights for Osmond.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. Congratulations on
Thank
your
you so much.
spotlight.
Yeah, this is great. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You know, and it just keeps everybody going and you know, moving forward and building and sharing and connecting, and that's what makes this whole thing work. Right? It's why we collect. It's just it's part of the fun. So very excited to see what's coming up. I don't know how well I'll do in things like VBverse and all that. I'll get in there and I'll certainly play around with it. But boy, there's some talent in our community that can build these things. Just you know what we're seeing right now with vaults and use of the NFTs, and it's great. It's just fantastic. So very fun.
Well, hopefully we get Fro able to jump in at some point. Maybe he can update us on what's been happening or spread some more positivity as he's been doing. Make us more like, you know, ooh, we need to get in there and use this thing.
Yeah, I always like watching his stuff. So
yeah, he was on Informant this morning with Mo and BE for their drop for their drop lives. But yeah, I kind of want to like also echo what you just said, Chris, in terms of the VVverse. I mean, it's literally in my eyes, and maybe it's in the same with you. I really see the foundation of a digital economy slowly getting built in there. Yeah. It's kind of like you seeing a building getting built for the first time, and slowly the layers are getting put on. You got like the construction crew, which is like the beta testers in there beating up the structure, and I can just see it. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think you work in the space of, you know, building and developing a little bit, right? So you see that how that architecture comes together. And you know what I do in the world of digital marketing and whatnot, everything we do with our clients, it's foundation first. Like you can spend millions of dollars advertising, but if you don't have the basics set up, right, your website, your search optimization, your localization strategies, like nothing else matters, because you'll pour dollars into a system that are just going to benefit someone else because you can't be found, or your stuff doesn't work, or the consumer doesn't like what they see when they end up at the site. So yeah, I mean, we're a couple years into this for me anyways. And, but I didn't come into this with a short-term expectation. You know, the excitement of the early days, like watching things just moon. I have a whole, it's like, whoa, where's this going? But my radar bells kept going off, right? This is too fast, too soon. This isn't sustainable. How many people are out there that are going to spend this kind of money for a piece? So all of those things were like where I said, okay, how do I manage this? How do I see where this is going? But you know, be a little more thoughtful in where I make my decisions and that kind of thing. So I've always said I'm 5-10 years into this before I expect to, you know, make any significant moves or whatnot. And yeah, it's just building. It's building.
Yeah,
and just having fun along the way.
Oh yeah, that's the whole best part of it. It's kind of the excitement of being early, right? You get to see how things are shaping, forming the ideas that the community has shared. I mean, I like to talk about, you know, I like certain mint numbers and all that kind of stuff, but part of that came out of meeting other people and having discussions about them. And I know we've all chatted about you know, Mazer, Denny, and all that stuff. And he and I have these chats like daily. Today's drop on, you know, we're both laying in bed with our fingers, you know. It's just like, oh, there's midnight.
YouTube.
There was no way I was missing Pink Panther. There was just no way. I mean, there's a lot of tremendous IP in here that I'm very, you know, happy but privileged to hold in here. But Pink Panther, that was, I've seen a few comments, you know, and just it took me right back. Like those were shows that my dad and I watched every time. It was Peter Sellers was one of his favorite comedians, and I mean, just watching the shows, the series, and then they turned into the cartoons, which when I was a kid, that was the draw that sucked me into the whole thing. And and then as I got older and whatnot, I still when that those shows show up, I'm always watching them, and they're just classics. They're just classics, and I sometimes question, how does this first off drop at $30? Like I look at what's out there on the internet, like OpenSea, and these things that just maybe 30 ETH they dropped for the thing, right? I just look at that going, we are so privileged. If this goes the way we think we're and hope it's going to go, what remarkable entry points. What remarkable entry points. This is Amazon at $1 or under, right? So that's how I look at this long term. And again, just holding on to that. Like, what formats would you have had ownership of that IP before? You might have had maybe the VHS back in the day, or the DVD or something like that, but you didn't own a piece of the actual IP itself. You just owned the product that they put out. You could have got things signed, of course, and all the other things collectors, but to me, this is just so unique. Just so unique, and they're beautiful, man. I just I knew
like today's drop was gorgeous, man.
Gorgeous.
Did it sell out?
It did.
It sold out, yeah. And I was, again, unfortunate. I define unfortunate, right? I didn't get selected in the wait list, and I went into the market and I found 3 fantastic mints basically under retail. So to me, the unfortunate of missing the wait list was more than made up by getting into the market. And I that's where I have my most fun in the market. I haven't been successful historically of winning drops. Like I don't know. I'm going to keep this probably forever. This is, I don't know if you can see it because my background. This is my.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah. That looks vaguely familiar.
iPhone 8. This is what I was doing. Like, my fingers won't even fit on this thing, right? And so now we've upgraded. I've got the 14. Didn't help me either, but so it's just like. So yeah, most of my fun is I like the hunting aspect, right? Getting in there and going through the numbers and looking at the research behind it, and so that's why. And then this morning I found that 1163, right? So for the U.S. fans, right, January 1st, 1963 is when Pink Panther first released in the U.S. So
I didn't know that.
No way. At retail, I was just like, oh, okay, I'll grab that one.
Was that like a rare you got? Oh,
that was the one behind me there.
Ooh, I had to pick one up too. Yeah.
Yeah, the rare I got in 1939 mint. I like that one. There it was. It was under retail.
Hey, my streaming space.
39 mint with that Mancini theme. Oh
yeah.
That theme alone is just to me makes that NFT valuable.
It's huge.
It's the real theme.
Like everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, very, very fun asset to have. So
yeah, I want to echo on the being early. I came from the stock market, so I'm okay with being early. I was one of the early investors in Tesla when people thought that guy was crazy. He still is crazy, but the stock is also nuts. But like the point is, you're right. You have to wait, and along the way you can learn more. You can do your research more. You research the pieces, these IPs that we have. I mean, yeah. This is like what it's like being early. The same can be for other projects too, like McFarlane or even Cryptoids. This is what it's like to be early, and it's a waiting game. And I'm okay with waiting. I'm patient. I'm okay with that. I'm on that 10-year front like you, man.
Yeah.
So
it's like playing chess, right? I mean, you don't.
My favorite game.
Yeah. You're slow. You're methodical. You're placing your moves. You're thinking 3-4 moves ahead before you make the one that you do, right? And so it's but it's also challenging. There's so much great stuff in here. sometimes I just wish that a bag of money would just fall from the
Like, give us a bag of gems.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh mate, yeah. I know what you mean. I
know.
keep seeing all this cool stuff on the market, and it's just like I have no money and I can't afford
Yeah.
it. It's like crying
Credit
inside.
card.
I know, yeah, it's credit card.
Yeah,
It gets
that's
dangerous, doesn't
dangerous.
it?
Yeah,
Too
Aaron and I
dangerous.
were chatting about that because he's got an unopened original Boba Fett physical,
Ooh.
and he's got that in eBay right now. I think it's listed at around $11,000. And I'm
Wow.
like, oh man, good luck with that. Holy cow, what are you gonna do? He's like,
Yeah.
you know exactly what I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
Yeah, I know exactly where that 11 grand's going.
He's looking at all those AF-15s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So-
great. So yeah, he gets it. And he's such a great guy too. I don't know. And if he shows up, that's why I've got the Blue Jays hat on. He was giving me a little bit of trouble yesterday because I had a Boston Red Sox cap on.
I've seen that.
Boston. He's got his LA Lakers hat
Yeah, I
on.
might have to give you the boot.
Yeah. So I went a little Canadiana today, and it matches the logo and the heart. So I don't care.
I love that shirt. Is that the shirt that you guys got from Metaverse when he came through?
Yeah, he did a couple little raffles and some prizes, and he had to answer a few questions, and then he just pulled these things out, and it was like, again, right? I mean, a relatively low cost, piece of swag, but you kind of wear it with pride, sort of thing, right? Like, I'm really happy to own this. So I can only wear it for like a few hours at a time. I don't want to get it dirty because then I have to wash it, and this will fade.
It's like our hats. We only wear them on stream. We don't take them out.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Well, this one's faded. I've had this a lot of years. It's almost as pink as the statue in my background. Used to be pretty
No,
deep
right.
red, but yeah. So there you go, Aaron. I wore some Canada for you. So there you go.
That's it. Represent.
That's right. Yeah,
I feel like the odd one hat now. I have to go find a hat.
that's right. Well, I like the VV Arcade hat on D there. That's pretty cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we're trying to collect
thank you.
every hat in the space, or at
Yeah.
least we're trying.
Yeah.
So
Do you have a sleep in yet?
I have. How much do we
Yeah.
have? 3.
I have one. You have like 5 or 4.
I was blessed with the SR. He threw the white one in our box,
Very cool.
and that one I don't even want to touch. It's like in a
Yeah.
little like plastic
Yeah.
container, because I don't want to get it dirty.
Yeah. it's fun.
Fro was the guy that said you need to protect your grails, and so we sent Fro one of these hats because he was on one of the podcasts, and he only wears it on stream, then he puts it back in the case. And I need to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
those
gonna
cases are
have.
not.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, I've seen those cases like on some of his past streams and a few pictures. They look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna need another room just for those boxes.
Yeah.
We're gonna
the
be
stuff
stocking
keeps
them
growing.
on top of our short boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say we have like probably 12 right next to me right here, and also there's like a bunch underneath the stairs too, right?
Like,
So
yeah.
it's
That's part of
back,
the fun,
Chris.
right?
It's
You
come
see
back.
all these things growing, people grabbing stuff from each other. It's the connections, right? It's all so fun, supporting each other and everything, growing this thing. So
Yeah. So
Mhm.
speaking of connections, I'm just trying to get VV investments in the space here at the moment. But there's only a few technical difficulties, so bear with me.
Okay. Sure.
So Chris, hey, thanks for showing up on our very first live stream. Like I said, this is the second time that we get to speak, and I always love talking with you. What do you think is going to come this month? I know we kind of had a little sneak or tidbit from Alex saying that we might be getting something big.
yeah.
What do you think that big might be? Speculation.
Well, I know there's the number just escaped me. Is it Avengers 14?
I think it's 16.
16. Yeah.
Let me just look now.
It's like the swapping of the team, the line change in hockey.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
It says Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver join the Avengers for the first time.
It's the GSX-1 for the Avengers.
Yeah, there you go. So I don't know if you can see this,
Actually,
but there's my Hawkeye on my
Mhm.
iPhone 14 now. So
Hang on.
another one of my favorites from growing up days. And the backyard, I used to have a plastic bow and arrow. Right? I used to,
Oh.
yeah, that's so. I mean, that's a pretty big book. I got to check into it. I'm pretty sure that'll be a $20,000-$30,000.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just because I've only got one monitor going, so I can't see anything at the moment. There we go. So yeah, Avengers number 16. So
16.
yeah. So what do we think of the covers?
I love them.
Oh, they're great.
They're nice.
Yeah,
The
look
ultra
at
rare.
that.
Yeah, that ultra
With
is looking
cap on the
nice.
front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this set a 9.8 is worth $19,000.
Wow, I like the rare too.
Where was the last sale? The last sale was actually September of 2020. So nothing at a 10, nothing at a 9.9. So in 1,400 universally graded. So I mean, relatively scarce, real world, good value, great colors.
Yeah, definitely worth going for.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And I suspect the prices will be very attractive in the market. It's like Avengers 1. I am so happy that it's been disrespected because I've been picking up them. 13. I bought an uncommon for 13 gems this morning, and then I'm looking at the common. It's like between like $2 above retail.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's
I
crazy.
love it. I love it.
That's potentially $1 million book in the real world. Like, it just has not had many sales on it. There's not that many. It's a very historically significant meaning book. Interesting covers, the whole things. I don't have the secret rare yet. That's going to take me a while to get there. I didn't get lucky in the drop, but yeah, that was the I got that 639 on that. I got the 6391.
Nice.
You know, just sitting there in the market. So I thought, that's again, right? I like the market. I know there's a lot of talk about the complexities of the drop system. Is this exciting? Are people going to not come to Vivi because the drops don't work and whatnot? You don't go into a comic book store because they're having a giveaway and, you know, walk out with nothing. So you go because you're looking for something in particular. I think that's where, when the mainstream audiences really start picking up on this, they're going to come in, they're going to hunt, they're going to look for specific things, they're going to ask people who has this number. It's going to change, and I think that's partly where the Viviverse might come in handy. I think, was it Fro that mentioned, you know, the potential of maybe putting some descriptors of your comics and stuff, which it's really difficult right now in the app. You know, if you need to sell something, you're kind of limited to the feed, which as soon as you post something, it's gone 2 seconds later. It's you know, in the ether, and then the Twitter, the X, whatever we call it. You know, you can throw some stuff out there and say, this is why I'm asking this for the mint, but it's hard otherwise. You either find a buyer that knows why that number's good, or we're just waiting, right? And I think you'll see a lot, like the market, I think, could really rally once people can describe what they have, right? Not everybody knows the significance of 1939 or 1963. Like, if they're here just flip and quick profit and all that kind of stuff, that's a lot of interest to everybody, right? But those that'll be interested, they'll come in and look for that.
Yeah, but at the same time, they might be hunting other numbers that might be more significant to them. It might be like a sibling's birthday, or like you know, like a certain date and time or something like that. Like, you know, like we've got collectors all out in the space who are hunting, like, you know, 3-digit bints, or like, you know, palindromes. It's like highest, lowest, so binary numbers. It's basically it just all comes to the individual. I mean, like what connects with them.
There's a lot of that going on. I mean, I collect birthday mints, right? I have one of my ultra rare, I think my common and my uncommon Vaders, I have mint matches on my birthday.
Nice.
That one.
I tried doing that.
Yeah.
I
mean,
but we got too much.
They're pretty cool. So, yeah.
Everyone hear me?
Hey, View Investments.
What's going on? Technology is a love-hate relationship.
We finally got you in.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah, good, mate. What's happening?
Not too much. Just working on my end, but thought I'd tune into the conversation.
Awesome.
Yeah, welcome.
I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention too much the last few minutes, just trying to get this all up. But what's everyone talking about?
Talk about mint numbers. So how everyone's going out after particular mint numbers that may relate, or may connect with them, whether that be palindromes, binary, high, low, 3 digits, say birthdays, say like moments in time, historical significance, or all that jazz.
Cool.
So what about you? Do you do any sort of like mint hunting, or are you just happy just grabbing whatever's on the floor?
Yeah, I'm more of a floor guy. I like just, you know, collecting the pieces I like, and then some of the pieces that I see value with long term, I'll just stack a few. So
yeah, I think too that's a big point, because so many of these things. Like, what was the total? Was it 3,600 mints on the rare Pink Panther today? In our world, in our time, that still seems high, right? But envision a time a few years from now when even if we just 10x or 20x the user base, right? That's so insignificant. The number versus the number of people globally that would recognize the brand, want to share in that excitement. When the VVverse starts, I think Josh, you're probably better at talking about this than I am, but the amount of fun people are going to have in there, that's just going to be like a digital playground. And you're going to see these things in animation. You're going to want them. You're going to walk into somebody's gallery and they've got these beautiful pieces in there. And you're just being like, I could do that. I want to try that. So, I think we're just a bit early, but once that catapults, I'm pretty excited about where this is all potentially headed, right? So,
I think we have yet to experience the real FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, back was we started it was 60,000 run for the comics, and then we dropped to 30, then 20, then 10, then was it 7,500, 5, then 5,000, then what's next? 1,000?
Few fives, right? That was the first one I watched. Was Marvel Spotlight #4, the not the thing, the Werewolf by Night.
Right? Werewolf by Night.
5,000 mint comic. Like, what's the secret rare? 250 or 188 or something like that. Like, not many. So if you're a fan, if you like, and they had that show, the black and white show that Disney Plus put out. Man, that was
really good. That was really good.
So you're just going to pick up more and more fans. They'll be like, yeah, I'll have a piece of that and hold on to one. Right. So yeah, and a lot of the books, just the hype, the spec, right? The Dazzler X-Men there.
That's got some good hype behind it.
Yeah, I mean, what if Taylor Swift was Dazzler? I mean, it's so fun to think about and speculate. And you saw the immediate reaction when those things started to come out in the media, what that did to comic. And that's what happens in real comic collecting, right? You hear news, a story's coming, the character might be developed, and everybody goes out and grabs the book. So that's I know Go Collect just made a comment about that the other day too, because the theater strike, of course, is delaying a lot of development and production. There's the biggest bro.
Hey, bro.
What's up, biggest bro?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Love the hat.
Hey, wait. But before I forget, should we give him a wrestler's intro?
Yes.
Do it, Osman.
Oh, man, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'll try.
On the spot.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, entering the ring for the first time in history for our first grand live streaming event by the WebB Collective. You know him as the Rugger, 3 Biggest Bros.
That was awesome.
Great job.
Awesome job, Osman.
How was that?
That was pretty good.
Oh, anyway.
2 thumbs up.
Second career coming up there, Alex.
Taking in my boots here.
Well, apparently I've been told I'm not too bad at voiceover, so maybe I'll develop it.
That works.
Yeah. You got us hyped.
That's it.
Let's go.
And just in case you're tuning in for the first time or just joining us and still with us, this is the first live stream by the WebV Collective. I am actually the WebV Collective's elected president, Osman Collect 63, followed by that way my elected vice president, which is the real Hinano, and all the various members of the WebV Collective. And you're probably wondering, what is the Web Collective? Who are we? What do we do? Why are we here? Why should I care? Well, basically, the WebV Collective is basically just a group of us collectors that sort of came together and wanted to create a safe space where we could sort of just talk about collecting and our love of everything, all things geek, whether that be Marvel, Disney, DC, and whatever platform you might be into, whether that be VV, Palm, what are we up to, McFarlane, Cryptoys, and just enjoying this space, which is digital collecting, and just collecting and connecting, as we say here on the WebV Collective. And that's my little spiel.
Well done, Alex.
Good job, man.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So who? So we know Chris went for the for the Pink Panther drop. Did anyone else go for it?
No,
I
I
bought
was
in the
sleeping.
secondary. I bought in the secondary. I got myself a what is it the rare that's behind you, Chris? Or is that
Yeah, the
Ultra rare.
is it ultra rare? So I picked up one of those in a 3-digit. I got it for I think around 32 gems, and then I picked up an animated for 15 gems.
Yeah.
Got close to your price predictions, big bro.
Yeah, man. See?
So hey, 15 gems for that Mancini theme alone. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I think that drop, that the way they structured that drop was so well done. I think it was probably the best drop they've done in a really long time. But yeah, I ended up going for it. I landed a triple digit on drop, the rare. So
Great.
Nice.
Yeah, it was well done. I didn't go for the rebound, but I heard it worked and there were no issues. I think I heard
Oh,
a few
maybe they
people-
got that fixed. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just try a little something here.
have there still been issues with the rebound lately?
Well,
I don't know personally because I don't have any luck at all for anything, so I gave up.
Yeah, I
I
stopped going
wondered,
for it a little while back.
Yeah,
I
same.
thought I got the rebound on the Avengers one, and then I got that error message said you couldn't load. So
Oh yeah, I got that as well. Like, it's extremely
Yeah.
frustrating, isn't it? Like, you get there all the way to the end, you're like, yes, I've been selected, or
Yeah.
or no, I didn't get selected, and you're waiting for the rebound.
Yeah.
You hit the button, and it's like,
I
yes,
waited.
I got it,
Yeah.
and it says process payment failed, and you're like, no,
Yeah.
just like,
I usually forget because when the wait list is going by that 15 minutes, I'm usually in the market there looking around for stuff. Right, like, oh my god, I have 15 minutes just went by. Oops.
I'm a zombie.
I need to
It's
set
like
alarms.
4:30 in the morning for us, and we're both D and I are like half awake, just trying to join the wait list. And then when you see that red banner at 5 in the morning, you're not a happy camper. So
Yeah, that's hard. So I was it you, Hinani, that said talking about the 24-hour wait list? Were you involved in those chats, or was that someone?
I think we've had a couple conversations. I don't think I've had it with you, but I've had a couple of it on our live stream, just like in the chats. But yeah, like they're gonna implement that
Rubber duck.
sometime or soon. Am I right?
I think so. I mean, I like it because it gives so many more people so many reasons to try and get involved. It's hard. I can't imagine having to wake up 4 or 5 in the morning all the time.
That's stock market hours over here. 3:30 is when the market opens here, so I get up at like 2:30. So, and I wake her up because misery loves company.
That's great. Anyway.
Just got
Where is
rubber duck in the house. Nice.
Where's Josh? Where's VV Investments? So what's working on lately? What's the next? What do we have to look forward to here? I love your videos, by the way.
Yeah, mate, your content's gold.
It's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually working on some stuff right now, but how many people we got in here right now? Give a little teaser. I have phase 3 for the channel dropping in the next coming weeks, so a lot of new stuff coming. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, just working on some of those projects right now, but I don't want to give away too much. Don't want to spill the beans.
Yeah.
We gotta
I
stay
feel you on
tuned for
that.
Tuesday or Thursday.
What's that?
We gotta stay tuned for either Tuesday or Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have an interesting video coming out next. It's going to be pertaining to the VVverse again, but there's been some speculation around some buildings that you can actually walk into. So I want to do a video on what the best collectibles would be on the platform to actually build inside of. So
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
you get the soundboard finally working?
Well, see, the good thing about doing it through StreamYard and not through the Twitter Spaces is that you can actually upload background music, and one of those background music is actually sound effects. So I can do things, and it actually sounds good when I do things like this. Or
He's a kid in a candy store today.
I was like, you probably like spend some time playing around with that and just entertaining yourself.
I do. I mean, like sometimes I actually got the inspiration from watching Shawnee Poo when he was doing his soundboard. I was like, how is he doing that? It's like, and I was like, you must be doing it through like StreamYard or something like that. So I was like, I had a little bit of a play, and I was like, ooh, you can do it. So I got a couple. So I got a couple of ideas when it comes to sort of like fusing the two with Twitter Spaces, but there's still a few technical issues I got to work out. But it's all like I say on all my streams and spaces and that. It's like it's all work in progress, and it's all baby steps. And baby steps eventually get you somewhere. So as long as you keep moving forward.
It seems really smooth right now. I'm actually quite surprised because this is like my first ever live stream like this, and there's really no delay, and there's oceans between people on this call. So
yeah, mate, we're all over the world on this one because we got me in the UK, we got Hawaii, we got Canada, biggest bro. I think you're in LA, yeah,
LA.
California, yeah.
And it helps that we have fast internet.
Yes,
that is a big
help.
key. For us, we were running around, was like 500 meg or 500 meg over here. So, but before I had 50, before we started doing live streams, because I was cheap. So I'm not cheap anymore.
That's
Yeah. That's cool. Kind of like the what's that show at Universal Studios? Where you go through and they show you all the sound effects. Like someone just has a pair of.
Oh yeah. I said
wood.
like they play like a scene like from a movie, like, and then they go right now. This is how they made all the sound effects, and have someone like stomping through like water or wobbling a wobble board or smashing the glass or something.
Yeah.
It's cool to see.
Yeah, those are really cool. I used to love going to them when I was a lot younger.
Yeah, there's a really neat video. It's been a while since I watched it, but it shows how they combine sounds to make the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Like they took a walrus and a dolphin, and they blend them together, and you get the T-Rex roar and all that kind of stuff. And then it's done on a keyboard, and fantastic. Like just watching all that, and then you start listening for the sounds when you're watching the movie, right? Reconnecting through all that. Yeah, I think Alex, you mentioned earlier, connecting with the geekism. So there's some of mine starting to show up here.
Excellent. No, mate, that's what these spaces are all about. I love it.
Right.
Speaking of geekism, you guys are gonna love this. Say next week, say down at our local cinema. You know what I'm gonna go see? I'm going to go see Batman, the '89 version of Batman. So
Best
cool.
one.
Very cool.
So yeah, so I get to go see that on the big screen. So it's like, I was gonna do this. That one. So, I'm still a little slow on my sound effects, so I'm working on it.
I saw your post yesterday. Would you? I think you said you were watching the Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of that?
I thought it was really good. The animation style was really cool. The action was cool. I kind of liked just listening to Ice Cube play Superfly. It's basically just like a gangster, it's just always like I was watching like NWP, NWA, that's the one.
Yeah.
like back in his like heyday, I was like listening to him rap. All I could hear was that. But it was like really cool. There were a few little bits and pieces I kind of thought were a bit meh. Like April was kind of a little bit, and I know Hinano kind of agrees with me on this one, that April was a little bit meh, but
Yeah.
I did get a giggle out of the whole when she was like throwing up scene. That was kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. Not as good as Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, but definitely entertaining.
Have you guys seen it?
Have you seen it?
Are you asking me or?
Yeah. Anyone?
No.
Has anyone seen it?
Yeah. I was just watching it the other day too, but I can't really remember the first one too much, so I got to watch the first one back. I'm not too much of a Ninja Turtles fan.
Okay.
It's not that I'm not a fan. I just don't know them too well, but.
Well, I suppose it depends on how far back you want to go. I mean, you've got what they had the original, which I think was in somewhere around mid '80s, '84 maybe.
88 or no? I think it was like 88 or 89. Yeah,
must have been. Yeah, it was like somewhere around
late
the
80s.
Been around a while.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's my
curious,
favorite, and that's the reason why I didn't really take too well to this recent one. They
no,
kind
it
of changed
was-
a lot with the source material. I wasn't happy
Yeah.
with it.
It was 1990 There you go. I was wrong.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, 1990. So that's the one that I grew up with. So that's the one that I sort of like connected with the most. But yeah, they did sort of change the source material a little bit. But yeah, then they had that, and then they had the secret was the secret of the ooze, and then they had the one where they went back in time to Japan. I mean, those were fun though. Like and that sort of level of like animatronics and puppetry as well was like back then it was just like, oh my god, like there's this big massive turtle talking to me, and it looks like I can touch him and
big rubber suit.
Yeah, that was scary. I mean, like as a kid, like that's like some scary stuff.
Yeah, I grew up on the second one. My brother and I watched that so many times on VHS, like over and over and over. I know it's not the most popular, but that's the one I grew up on.
Yeah.
Who's your guys' favorite turtle?
Donatello.
Michelangelo.
I have Mikey here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michelangelo.
Here we go.
There it is.
There it is.
This movie was legend.
Cowabunga.
Dude.
Yeah. Well,
I saw this in the theater, guys. I remember watching this in the theater.
Wow.
Go away.
Yeah, those were fun times. Right. But I mean, the whole ninja scene was big back in the 80s. Everything was ninjas. There was American Ninja, Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes at G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Everything just came, and these guys grew out of that. Right?
Yeah.
So that was a big part of it for me.
And then, you guys remember Surf Ninjas? You know, Quan Su dude?
Oh my god, yes.
Love that one too.
I can't find it. I'm
And
trying to
I
find
think three ninjas, the three kids.
I'm trying to find Ninja Turtles too, just in case nobody knows what we're talking about. Because I can't spell because it's late at night and I'm tired.
Now, I know me and the biggest bro was wanting to get
good.
Ninja Turtles in any platform. At one time, we thought it was going to hit Cryptoys. Do you think Ninja Turtles will actually hit a platform? I think Recur had them at one time, but they flopped. So who's going to get the Turtles? Who do you guys think? Speculation.
They did mention that VV has some of the licenses from Recur already. They just haven't dropped them on the app yet. So could potentially be one of them.
Don't know which ones. Yeah,
that would be cool.
Shannon
they didn't drop any Star Trek stuff.
I'm going McFarlane for Ninja Turtles. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they also had Hello Kitty, which is a massive brand.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah. I actually have the original Recur Hello Kitty NFT, which is just sitting in my Recur wallet right now. I need to move it over, but yeah, that didn't do well for me. So
all
right, I didn't realize we got someone sitting in the background.
Fro!
What's up, Fro?
Hey, Fro!
Hey, Chris.
What's up, man?
Hey, biggest bro. Hey, Z. Hey, Hanano. Oz. BB Investments. Yeah, I've been listening in. I just finally put away what I was working on and finally was able to jump on.
Yeah, and you're not driving either.
Are you in the BB verse? Is that your background? Like, are you in it?
Is he broadcasting live?
Either.
That's pretty cool.
Wait, he's thinking, did I sign that NDA?
No, that's not the BB
No,
verse.
that's not my BB verse in the background.
That's it. It's like
That's the Falcons VV verse.
Yeah, that's just a simulation AI created for me. Yeah, because I mean, I put BB right there, just
It is.
Guys, what's happening?
Nah, just jumping on. Yeah, I've been listening. Overheard the favorite Ninja Turtles, and I was like, oh, let me jump on.
And who's your favorite turtle?
Leonardo.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Very
only
nice.
because he's got to be the level-headed, the one that kind of gets everybody in line and focus on the mission at hand, I'd say, and just yeah. So it's kind of like me.
Okay. Here's
No
a question here's a question for everybody. Favorite Ninja Turtle character that isn't a Ninja Turtle?
Casey Jones.
Yep. That's mine as well, Casey Jones.
Solid. Same.
That was saying that as well, like watching that newest one, like there was a couple of characters I totally forgot about, which is like Mondo Gecko and Rocksteady, Bebop, and Leatherhead.
Yeah.
Which was the crocodile. And of course, I go Genghis Frog. That was another one.
I kind of like
Go with
Splinter.
Krang.
Splinter. Oh, Krang. Krang is a good one.
Right? Yeah. Splinter
Yeah.
reminds me of Stick from Daredevil.
From Daredevil, yeah.
So they're very similar to
yes.
characters. So
Somewhat a carbon copy if you think about it, huh?
very much, yeah. He could have been borrowed out of the books. You can see that. So, which they put him in the series. If anyone hasn't seen, spoiler alert, right? There is an appearance of Stick in the Daredevil series.
So Alex, we got any topics that we can talk about?
Let's see what's been happening. Should we see what's going on in the market? So, like I said, Fro, did you go for the Pink Panther drop today?
No, I wasn't selected. I did join the wait list, but it wasn't selected. But I ended up picking one up off the marketplace. So I got the mint number I wanted, Chris. So yeah.
Perfect.
Let's have a. To be honest with you, I didn't actually have like a whole list of topics. This is just more like just a chill, just relax, catch up, see everybody. There's a lot of people I haven't had a chance to sort of have a talk with, and it's good to see like faces and just see like who else would drop in and say hi. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is our first live stream, so first of the coming together of the WebV collective, as we only sort of get a chance to sort of talk in messages and in the spaces from time to time. But I know this is nice. This is cool. But let me just see if I can bring up my screen.
So Hinano, so what is exactly happening with all that like recur stuff? Like, because you mentioned you still have it in your wallet.
Yeah. So I tried to take it out, I think, before September, and I think there's an actual date that we can actually migrate it out of our wallet and put it in like a MetaMask or something like that. So right now, all of my assets are in the Recur portal for anyone else who's watching as well. You don't go to because before all the drops, you had to go to separate websites, which is very frustrating. You have to go like Hello Kitty's website, Care Bear's website. So I own a Hello Kitty, a Care Bear, and a Recur Pass. Oh gosh, I won't tell you guys how much about the Recur Pass for, but it's worth nothing. That's all in my portal, and I just got to migrate over to my my wallet. Yeah, and maybe one day they'll be known as relics of Recur, and they'll be worth something one day. So there's some people are buying the passes. I've noticed that people are buying the passes. I mean, I think you can buy them for like what, $3. So
they're that low. Wow,
they're cheap, man. Just to hold one, just for like a future relic, it's not that bad. But I didn't pay $3.
All right, let's have a look. Pink Panther. So let's see where's Pink Panther at? Ooh. So Pink Panther is look at that, 16 gems, 70 on the floor.
Nice.
Sorry, 16 gems, 70 frags on the floor. I should say. My bad.
Gorgeous NFT.
I really do think that's going to drop quite a bit, though. Well, I shouldn't say quite a bit, but if they keep dropping the IP that they're dropping consistently, then people are just going to get distracted with all the new shiny stuff.
There you go. 31 gems and 90 frags for our ultra rare. The pink chrome. I like that. Pink chrome. It's like a pink moment.
I only have one gem and one frag.
One gem and one frag.
That's all I got to my name right now.
There's the other one.
We haven't gotten to 99-cent comics yet.
Not yet. They are 127 gems and 96 frags for the Pink Panther Gold. So that's holding.
Yeah. I kind of like it when these things bottom out a little bit, because then, I get the mints that I want, and to be the investment's point, right? I hunt early, you get what you want, and then if they drop, I go in and I'll grab maybe what's Mr. U's rule, right? The rule of 3.
Rule of 3.
One to hold, one to flip, one to maybe trade if that ever comes back. So that's I'm always about dollar cost averaging if I have to, if I can, right? So
yeah, I'm cheap, Chris. And the one thing that I do love, and people are like, "Oh, don't drop any more grails." I want them to drop like X-Men 1. I want them to drop like Cap, because I know it will be cheap, and I know we can pick it up in the secondary, and I know we have time. So all these grails dropping, drop them, Vivi. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, do it.
I'm okay with it. Do it. Yeah. 13 gems for Avengers 1.
So I just realized. So can you guys see the base on this Pink Panther? So I just realized the base is in the shape of a diamond. That looks like the diamond from what's it? Is it is it Diamond Select? The guys that do like the premium toys.
Is that their logo?
Hmm.
Because I know
Looks
the
very-
Pink Panther
very-
itself is actually a diamond. That's what
Oh,
the movie's about, right?
Maybe
So,
that's what it is.
yeah, but that's what I thought. The bases were all shaped like the diamond, but that's pretty cool.
And here I'm looking at a gem.
Yeah, that's the type of diamond, right? Is the pink.
Yeah, the pink
the
diamond.
Pink one. I was reading it somewhere.
Yeah. What about the Lambo drop? Anybody go for that?
I didn't. I've only got room in my garage for one Lambo, and so I've got my.
You got yours, happy?
Talking about a real garage?
Season
I
one
was gonna
drop.
say a real Lambo.
Not yet.
Soon.
Yeah, they're great though. I mean, it's another pretty nice piece of IP. I know to the investment's point there, right? It's hard because there is so much that's here right now, and I mean everybody wants to own a little bit of everything, but I think it's going to get to a point where the number of assets that we have, it's just you're going to start going after what you really enjoy. So, I mean, I'll be Star Wars and comics, Marvel. You know, I'm more of a Marvel fan, but because even then you have to make decisions. You know, is it $300 for another AF-15, or is it $300 to go chase a Superman 1? You know, rare or something like that. Like you're always having to make these decisions now, and they're hard. I know Aaron and I talked about this yesterday because he noticed that I put an AF-15 right near the floor, right? I mean, I listed it at $300 or whatever, and it was one of my the reference mints to the August 39s that I tend to like. And I'm like, oh boy, but you know, at the same price point, somebody had listed 6620, and June of '62 was the release date of AF-15. So whether or not the person that listed it knew that or not, I don't know. But I tried to do something really quick just to swap the mints, and I missed it. As I said yesterday too, and it was Mazer. He sent me a text message. He goes, "Hey, FYI, that 662's come off the market." I'm like, "Oh!" Immediately, I went off.
You delisted.
Yeah,
damn it.
But yeah, it's like it's hard because I mean, I have a budget. I have a set. You know, here's what I stick within, and that's what I use each month. But in some cases, it's like early in the month, and it's like I just burnt the entire budget. Like when Stan Lee dropped, that was it. I mean, I went a little over budget that month, of course, right? But that's just like these types of IP. It's enormous. Like Stan Lee is the Walt equivalent to Disney and Marvel, right? He's the George Lucas of Star Wars, and so to have those. First time they ever created them, massive. So there are times when, I do certain things, but I get messaged all the time. It's like, hey, I've got this number. I know you like it. And it's just painful because I just don't have the gems right now. And so you have to really be like cautious, careful. If you don't have unlimited resources and wealth to put in, you know, it can be dangerous, right? It's very exciting when you get that rush. I got it. Oh my god! And
That's right.
You want to do it, replicate it, and challenging too. Like right now, like you look in the market, like this past couple of weeks, I think I've picked up 7, 8 secret rares, and they're all under $40. Right there. So I use
crazy.
NFT
that's mad.
Congratulations!
It's like these books were $750 February last year. Right now they're going 42. So, and of course I'm blending, you know, MCP points and all that kind of stuff and whatever that's going to turn into. So, you know, that's the calculation, right, on the MCP value. Divide by 6. There's your cost per MCP point. It's cheaper getting one of those than going after sets that are going to cost you a few $100. So depends. That's another strategy. A lot of people are chasing MCP points and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, just to get some of these things, like I don't know, Denis and I have this chat all the time, right? It's a tough one because the secret rares being so scarce, that's what's very appealing to our crypto community and how this has been set up on scarcity. But then, as you guys know, right, I really like the OG, the original covers with very specific key mints. I think those are fantastic. But to pair them and have both, right? Like Sergeant Fury, I mean, the books sometimes look back, like a season or two ago. I mean, Aaron was like going on and on. So Sergeant Fury #1 and Avengers 4 when Cap first showed up. These books did not drop under $20 because they're so important in the history of the system. Today, what's Sergeant Fury, like 3 or 4
Well,
bucks, maybe?
Let's find out.
Have a look. Yeah,
Let's have a look. So the common is sitting right now for 3 gems on the floor.
Boy, right? Stack.
That's it. Buy it.
Yeah.
Nope.
And congrats to VV Investments. It's my understanding this was your first secret rare.
Yes,
Was
you had
it?
this one.
Oh, good one.
You had this one, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that sitting at now? 90 gems.
That's
Oh, really? I picked it up last week, I think. First secret rare comic. So thank you, Chris, for confirming.
yeah.
There we go.
I'm just
Look at
looking it up on
Lovely.
Go Collect here right now. So
Whoops.
first issue in the series, first appearance of Sergeant Nick Fury, Kirby and the Ares cover. It was the first appearance of Dum Dum Dugan. I mean, he was in like all of these things. He was in
What's
the
else are you going for?
he was in the movie
1590.
MCU, right? So there's a lot of key pieces, and a 9.4 sold in 2013 for 28 grand. The last sale, so this is a 9.2 grade on the CGC rating scale, sold for $80,500 in 2022. So, I mean, it's a really big book, right? So, when they're sitting there that kind of level, and I know it's like everybody right now, the common thing is like, well, they printed 30,000 of them.
So yeah, but then if you got like a couple of 100,000 people or whatever, like or whatever stupid number eventually makes its way into this app over time.
Yeah, it's like I always say, I think I have 15 Sergeant Furies. I'm one guy, right? But if there's 1,000 of me holding 15, there's half your supply gone.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it doesn't take much, right? So that's kind of why I know you mentioned it earlier, Nana. These getting these grails early like this, like Captain America, like, what's that? That's a $4 million book, right? Like when that hits, that's going to be a big deal.
Ooh, I know what that alarm's for.
Yeah, with the iconic cover.
Yeah,
Oh, he's Chico Rocco.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. But, we'll see, right? I mean,
do you think they'll drop that cover, Chris, because of what's on the cover? You know what I mean? Will they actually drop it, or will they modify it? I mean, they have to drop the original cover, but you think they'll actually do it?
This is it's such a big question because, to Alex's point, when that book drops, okay, A, it's FA blockchain, B, it's FA, digital assets, FA VV, but you're also going to have FA artist exclusive book, right? So those rares and ultra rares do not exist anywhere else. And so imagine VV is perceived as the Marvel Comics distributor for digital collecting, right? When those two brands align, it's like Apple distributes apps. They don't make them. So apps are unified to Apple kind of thing. That thinking, that mentality. I think when we get to that little, what's that called, inflection point or whatever, and they're ubiquitous, it's just like those exclusive covers, I think they're going to do extremely well. They're very well designed. You can tell the artists are putting their passions into these things. Like, they're proud of them. So, and they're Marvel licensed. It's not like someone just out of nowhere came up and said, well, okay, we'll do some covers and we'll throw them in your app. It's like, no, there was a whole process and system that went into making that happen, right? And so that's just to me, I always get the originals, and then where I can, I'll grab a rare and ultra rare.
Yep.
Some of them, and I know I don't know if anyone's on the I know Aaron's on it, but they're going to have the competition or the exclusive covers. That's just
Yeah,
fun.
that's gonna be cool.
That'll be fun. So
Yeah, I was having a conversation with VV Vibes a few weeks back about the comics, and then the visual, excuse me, the digital aspect of the comics. We were thinking that, maybe down the line, Marvel will release comics, and at the same time, you can buy that comic, and it'll pair to the digital on VV. You get a promo code saying, okay, you own, like, say you bought Spider-Man 7, FA of Spider-Boy. Well, already you get an email saying, okay, well, here's your digital copy, go pick it up. And you pay like, maybe a little bit more than what you would pay for a regular MSRP comic in the real world. And now you got them both. And then Vivi could also re-release the comics that have, exclusive covers, Yeah, stuff like that. So what do you think about that, Chris?
I think I'm just grabbing these right now, right? I don't forget.
Well, yeah, I can just see him.
I know my background says Pineapple Man. So I mean,
the Pineapple Man.
The whole digital aspect of this has been tremendous, right? So like Elektra, I know, bro, you like Elektra, right?
Just a little.
Just nice, just a little bit.
But yeah, I think that digital pairing, I took a 20-year real hiatus. I mean, I bought the odd comic book here or there, but then, over the past couple of years, like my physical stack is starting to grow back up again. I love it. Like you feel the books, right? They're tangible. You can, they're comic book smell and feel, and they're boxed in, it's fun to have these types of things. But, here's, I got this from Aaron. I got that off my collectible, and I can't see it, but
oh yeah, Cable.
Right, Cable #1. Here's amazing the Spider-Man that the Torment series, right? So when I started grabbing these on the app, it's like, oh, I'm in the comic book store. It's like, yeah, why don't I pair these things together? And and then some of these titles, Amazing Fantasy 1000 shows up, right? So it's just fun. It's another way to bring everything back together. So yeah, I think digital pairing of these is going to be fantastic. And what a great way to help more of the physical collector come into the space. At some point, that it's just going to have to happen, because you're going to be a fan of the character, of the book, of the DC, of the Marvel, whatever the show is, the videos, the Disney Plus, the MCU. If you're a fan, you're a fan, and you collect items that the fandom believes in, right? And that's why I always say it's so important that this stuff is licensed, that Marvel believes in this. It's not a gimmick, right? They tested Marvel Unlimited for years. I mean, how many thousands of people signed up for $10 a month so they could read their comics online? Just couldn't own them, right? So this is all kind of next progression. Yeah.
What's on your mug? Is that Daredevil?
Mickey.
Oh, it's Mickey. Nice.
All I saw was black and red. I was like, either Elektra or Daredevil. Sorry.
Big bro, you've been quiet over there. What do you think about what we've been talking about?
He's sniping on the market right now.
That's it.
I'm not gonna lie. I just saw 3 Kangs for under 15, and I had to have them, like, literally. So yeah, somebody did it. So hey, I run the shelter for Kangs. So
Shelter for Kangs.
So
the multiverse shelter.
Yeah. So
he's gonna have the Walmart of Kangs.
Yeah, I have a
nice
little football going. They got
now there's a background. Look at that.
Well, there's the one from yesterday, Fro. I think you saw it, didn't you?
That's Affleck, right?
That's just a drawing. Yeah.
Did you say boo?
No,
I would not put Affleck on here.
No, absolutely not. Well, then you must be happy to know that apparently Affleck is not going to be reprising his role as Daredevil in the new Deadpool movie.
What?
No.
Okay.
I'd be just surprised. Like, Charlie Cox is the Daredevil right now that everybody recognizes and knows, and he's been in the MCU as She-Hulk, right? So that's.
I didn't like him in that. I didn't like him in She-Hulk.
No,
the way they did, like,
he was good. I think they were pretty close to character. He's a pretty composed guy. He didn't go too crazy and get into the cheese style comedy, which I certainly hope they don't do. He's just not that character, right? And so, but I do like the fact that they kind of teased out the original yellow suit. I mean, that just shows them having fun with the character, right? There's going to be fans that want to see the original costumes. I think that's why you're going to see Wolverine in the blue and yellow, Deadpool. It was funny because back in the 90s, that was a big deal. Like when the X-Men movies came out, they even referenced it in the shows. Like, oh, what do you want me to wear? A yellow costume? You know, and they're wearing black leather just to try and look cool and stuff like that. It was the time, right? Now we're at a phase where everybody wants to see the original costumes. Like how exciting is it when you watch the Avengers Captain America and he's running around in the Captain America outfit with the shield? I mean, it's just cool, right? That's comic enthusiasts want to see. So
yeah, they do. They even tease it at the end of the Wolverine, like, you know, when she handed in the little box, or it was like in the cut ending or extra ending or so. You hand him a box, he opens it up, and it's like the original suit. Everyone like loses their mind, going, "Oh my god, he's going to be wearing the original suit!"
Yeah, that's so cool. I think you can buy that stuff too, probably on Amazon. I'm sure there'll be a lot of interesting Halloween costumes coming out this year.
Yeah, so hopefully we get some Marvel Zombies come out for Halloween. Like, you know, that'd be cool to see on the app. Get like a Marvel Zombies season 2.
Yeah. I think we were talking about that offline, right? Because we got I went after and picked up a couple of the secret rare Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four number, was it the one with the FA Marvel Zombies?
Yeah, 21 I think it is. But yeah, I mean, they were just sitting there, a pair of them at, can't remember, like 30 something bucks, $40. Just like, holy crap. Like, because everybody forgets, like, once you've gone past a season, I think VV Investments said it, right? It's like, what's the next shiny toy coming out? I'm going to sell everything that I had holding before, and I'm going after that, maybe to get a better mint or a super or something. And that's the time I love, right? It's like, okay, the best shopping is the night before a big drop.
Yeah, it is.
Everything is rock bottom.
Yeah. Because everyone's losing their mind to get the new shiny thing, and they just end up forgetting the value of the thing they've got.
Yeah, and I had a interesting chat with a friend of mine who's got neighbor of mine. He's got about 100 total assets in here, and he's just like, I kind of made a decision. Like, I've got a lot of random stuff. I was just winning drops. I'm gonna sell it all, and I'm gonna try and get myself a Todd and a partners, and I'm gonna consolidate all of this stuff into one. I said, well, yeah, I mean, those are kind of like your key. Right? Those are your big FAs and all that. And we have chats about this all the time. And then he calls me the other day and he's like, man, it's really hard to sell stuff right now. I gotta really drop down, and he'll send some of the things he has. I'm like, oh boy, that's one heck of a mint on that. I don't know if that's a floor price, right? It'll go immediately, right? And then he's got a plan. He's trying to chase things, but he's having to give things away at rock bottom. And he's like, well, yeah, I listed it at this, and like 2 minutes later somebody undercut me by 4 cents, so I wasn't the lowest. And I said, yeah, that's the mentality, right? Everybody's going to keep trying to undercut everybody because you want your thing to move faster, and that's how panic starts, because then people think the asset price, it's like stocks, bottom falling out, I better get what I can, and so everybody just starts chasing these things down.
Then it becomes like a game of psychology.
It's a huge psychology game, and I know Randy Chavez, he talks about this and all the connections he has and all that. And he says people just wait. It's like fishing, right? You wait with a net when everything comes in, and you just pull it up. Bezos, man, whatever his name is. I mean, just running around buying 44 NFTs a minute or something like that, right? Just grabbing fear and low market price. So it's I mean, that's another strategy all into itself, right? So collect fast, collect bottoms, and then just watch when they appreciate later. So it's a patience game. It's back to our chat about chess. It's like, got to play the long game. So
so what about So what about anyone else? Has anyone else managed to score anything good in the market lately? Like any like oh my god, like that's like ridiculously priced. I have to have it type score.
Yeah,
No.
another 15.
Not for me.
No, I picked up something cool. So I'll share it on my screen. I picked up if I can find it with my use of.
So I've been buying stuff for the VV-verse. I don't want to discuss it because I know VV Investments is doing a video on that particular topic. But for me personally, I've been buying stuff in the VV-verse. I bought a tower. I bought a Galactica. I bought a Borg cube. And something else that you'll see. But I've got like an idea in my head how I want to build my verse. Fro knows. I've been talking with Fro about it. But you got, sorry, I signed an NDA, so I can't say nothing about what I'm going to build. But hold it close to my chest, guys. But when they let me in, Fro, tell them to let us in. You guys will see. I got an idea in my head. What about you guys?
There you go. This is what I've been buying lately. So what I've been buying lately. So I picked up one of the Predator posters, which I'm slowly starting to build up now. So I picked up number 272. The 3-digit palindrome.
Nice.
So that was a nice little pickup on my part.
Yeah.
I hate when I push the wrong button. There we go. I managed to get this one on the drop.
Oh, nice.
618. So that's not bad. But the one I did pick up in the comic book wise is Black Panther number 1, the 1989 version. I got the ultra rare of the first appearance of Okoye.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a low digit 3 mint for 50 gems.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good deal. I mean, like it's, as far as I know, it's the first exclusive cover by Marco Turin, and I like the art style. I mean, like it's an FA of a well-known Black Panther character, and apparently they've got she's got a TV show in the works as well, somewhere in the pipeline.
I've heard that.
I think it's called the is it Midnight Sisters or whatever. It's basically with her and that other chick in the Iron Man armor from Wakanda Forever.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So yeah, I thought that was a cool deal. So I picked that up in the market, and of course the one before that is the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, I got a low 4-digit one for 25 gems.
Nice.
And I like this cover because not only has it got Miles and Peter on the front, but it's done by Herberto Ramos, a well-known Spider-Man artist, and it's the only exclusive cover other than the one with the first appearance of Ultimatum to have Miles Morales in his full Spider-Man suit on the front.
Oh,
That's a good
nice snipe.
Yeah, so that was my cool little pickups. Just thought I'd share because that's what this is all about, sharing our collection.
That's cool.
And of course, if anybody else wants to share, I believe anyone can share their screen. So if anyone else wants to share anything, by all means, go for it if you want to.
We can stand up.
The last thing I picked up was the Thor number 1.
Oh yeah, that is actually a really nice cover.
That's a very
nice I got a common and uncommon.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that.
I really like them. Even the other rarities too are nice, but those ones really pop out to me.
Here we go. This one.
Yeah.
So which one did you get? Did you get the common?
Common and uncommon.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I do like the ultra rare on this one. With
I grabbed an ultra rare.
Yeah, nice.
That price point. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, look at that. The lightning in the background. It'll definitely pair well with the Journey into Mystery comic and also the collectible as well.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
if anyone's interested, they're going currently for 14 gems and 50 frags on the floor. That's the that's a good one. 32333 for 19.99. Or 64.64 for 20. Interesting mint numbers there, guys.
Yeah, some nice price points.
Yeah,
it's great.
Even the secret rare is quite nice as well.
Yeah, that
That's
one is
pretty
nice.
rare on that one.
They're all nice.
Yeah, very cool.
I need to find a
Nice
comic that I can buy for a gem and a frag. 'Cause that's all I
gem
can
and a
afford
frag.
right now. Yep. Gem
Well,
and a frag.
Maybe one of our listeners or viewers might be nice enough to drop one in the market for you, D, so you can snipe it.
Well, that's not the reason why I'm saying it. That's all I can afford at the moment.
Yeah,
Unless
no,
they bring out the credit card.
yeah, I know. I'm the same. I've got about exactly the same.
Yeah. I just threw this up in my background. Denise sent me a note. He's like, "Hey,
nice.
you like the 39 mint." So this floored. This is the 390 mint. Somebody floored it for like $13. So I thought, well,
390.
let's keep adding and stacking. And
Mm.
yeah, I
was
mean,
gonna say,
I like
whatever. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think that's a good price too. Was it zombie?
That's the what would that be? The uncommon. I
Yeah.
think common. There's the uncommon and the ultra rare. I think.
Yeah.
So I
There
didn't
you
have the common. I thought, well, pretty cheap for that mint. So I thought, well, let's just grab it.
Here we go. Let's have a look. So what we got? So right now it's $4.95 on the floor.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. So
Mm.
not bad. Yeah, I got the
Yeah,
390
very cool.
for 14, I think, and then I picked up another one when they were about 450, just to dollar cost average them out.
Yep. Nice.
One flip, one keep, and but yeah, just nice. I think when that season 2 comes out and that zombies
Yeah.
up, it's gonna be a big focus. I have a
Oh,
suspicion.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
But this is the ultra rare. They've got one on the floor. 43 gems, 90 frags. You got a 479.
not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Mm.
So, not
Very cool.
financial advice, but
Absolutely.
whatever Chris changes in his background is what everyone should be picking up.
Yeah. Oh, hello. So we have someone lurking in the background, and looks like he's finally managed to get his stage back.
Who's it? Oh!
Whee!
Johnny.
What's up, John?
Wait. Oops. Gotta turn that off.
Oh,
Turn that
Wow,
off.
they're blasting my ear
My
holes.
bad.
How are you guys doing?
what's up, Sean?
That's better.
What is going on?
Oh,
Good,
right.
man. Did you kick your wife out?
No.
Living room?
So you finally
Actually-
just said it's mine. Get out.
Actually, I kind of did. I was like, "Listen here, we've got the Web V up in this place, and
You're like, I have to get
you
in on
gotta go."
this.
Yeah, I had to get on it. I'm like, "Wife, you have to go."
No brisket for you later, Shawnee.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, mate.
Oh,
That brisket was epic.
Oh, you guys haven't even seen it yet. I haven't posted the final images to the Discord. So as soon as I get a chance, you guys are gonna see the final.
If there's any left,
Boom.
probably
Oh,
taking
yeah.
it all.
And a little thing as well for anyone who's listening or watching or out there or still with us. If you are interested in getting involved with the WebV Collective or want to know a little bit more about what we're all about, we do have a Discord where we share all things from basically our collecting journey to basically we got a foodies section, we got a travel section, what's been happening. So we got all sorts of bits and pieces. And if you're interested and want to know more about that, send us a DM and we'll get you in there and get you part of it.
Great
Oh, yeah.
place. And I'm loving the foodie area. Oh,
I bet you are, yeah.
Same here.
I'm loving it.
No, nice one.
Yeah.
So Sean, have you been picking up anything in the market? Did you go for the Pink Panther drop, Lambo? What's been happening?
I'm gonna have to say, the Pink Panther drop was a little.
Nope.
I'm gem poor right now, just gem poor.
That seems to be
But-
going around.
But I must say, the Pink Panther is a. Oh, it's lovely. I love, what was it? The rare, the pink one, the jewel looking one.
I think it's the
Oh,
ultra.
in fact,
rare?
it's
ultra. Rare.
Oh, it was behind Chris. Chris, you did have it behind you, not no more.
Oh yeah, here.
No,
I'll put it back up.
No, Captain
That
America
one-
ate him.
That's my favorite one. It's so superb.
It's a gem, isn't it?
But I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at the market and I've been looking at the Web of Spider-Man 118 because you guys all know I'm a big, huge Scarlet Spider fan.
Yes, sir.
And there's just something about that. Which one is it? Oh my gosh!
Could it potentially be
the
maybe
rare?
This one?
The rare.
The rare. There's just something about that one. That price point right now is so $9. $9.
$9.
$9 for the rare. I'm.
Someone's gonna buy it.
I'm 8 gems. I'm 8 gems short.
Wow. Look.
I think.
Hang on. Here we go.
Yeah, I love that. I love it.
Look, there it is.
This is that whole sketch look.
Yeah,
it's
beautiful.
Completely gorgeous. That's what it is. And it's the Scarlet Spider. And you know the funny thing about the Scarlet Spider, I was on the Web V Wednesday, was it?
Oh yeah.
And I brought up to you guys that I just got the DVD Across the Spider-Verse, and I was so excited to watch it. And I'm telling all you guys, oh yeah, Scarlet Spider, this and that. And you guys, I know you guys were silent. You guys were silent because after I watched the movie, they did my boy wrong.
I know
no.
I know they made him a mopey mess, didn't they?
Oh.
It's like, hey there, Ben. It's like, no, I'm having too many memories.
Yeah.
Oh, it destroyed me to see my boy.
Do you think it's the fact that he was voiced by Andy Samberg had something to do with it?
Possibly. Possibly.
For those of you who are not familiar who Andy Samberg is, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a familiar one. Lonely Island, I think was his band.
Oh, Lonely Island.
Yep.
Look, lazy Sunday, wake up in the late afternoon. Called out now just to see how he's doing.
I was always a big fan of like I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
How do you finish it?
I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
But yes,
nice. You obviously weren't happy with it.
This is okay. Let's rewind it back. Let's take it to a dream world. A Shawnee Poo dream world. If I had it my way, this is what I would have loved to see with Scarlet Spider.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to see more of a character that everyone fell in love with, that everyone treated just as a joke. He's a clone. Mm-hmm. Nobody likes the Scarlet Spider. Only Shawnee Poo. But it would have been cool to see the Scarlet Spider being like a friend to Miles Morales and everyone just crapping on the Scarlet Spider until the very end. You find out all this was the Scarlet Spider. He's so upset with how everyone's been treating him that he was the big bad guy the whole time. And then we go into part 2, and that would have been cool.
Oh yeah.
I thought that would be cool.
So instead of having the Spot as the big antagonist, you could have had Scarlet Spider.
I wish it would have been like the Scarlet Spider behind the scenes. You go along, you think, oh, this over. But you know, we do like him, and then to find out, oh, he's the big bad. Oh, and I like the whole idea that nobody liked me. Nobody treated me like a real Spider-Man. In fact, it would kind of go along the lines with what they were portraying as. You weren't even a real Spider-Man. You weren't supposed to be. So imagine a clone. I'm real. I'm a clone. I'm an exact replica. Why am I not getting the respect? Oh, that's just in my mind.
That's it. Well,
isn't he Chasm or Chasm? Doesn't he turn into the villain?
So.
Yeah. So you're pretty much on it then. We could actually get into that, right? And don't we have that comic on the app?
We do. I'm just pulling up right now. I'm just trying to remember. Was it Spider-Man?
What was it?
That's a pretty good.
I'm just trying to remember what the bloody number was.
I'm trying to find it.
Speculation. What do you think about that, Chris? You're a comic guy.
There you go. Found it. It's coming up right now. Here he comes. Ta-da!
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. So this is our common. It is the Amazing Spider-Man number 93. Oh look, 1 gem 66.
You're close, Steve.
So 1 gem 66 frag right on the floor. 7870 mint.
Woohoo!
Am I the only Scarlet Spider fan? Fro Comey, back me up, man. Back me up.
No, mate. I'm a fan as well. I do own the ultra rare of both of them. So I've got this one and the Web of Spider-Man 118.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a small stack myself. I think I got about 10 or 12 of those.
Nice.
Same.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I don't have the secret rare, but I'm watching it.
Whoops.
But yeah. Scarlet Spider.
Chris, I think you're muted.
Oh.
It's been rugs.
There you go. Sorry.
Here we go. This is the secret rare of that comic.
My kid came in here trying to grab it.
59.
Oh, it's okay.
Look at that. Oh, look, there's only.
There you go, Shawnee Poo. Right there's your spec, man.
There you
That's a
go.
nice book.
That would be crazy.
5970.
They're first at FA Ben Riley, this Chasm,
Mhm.
and only
Yep.
254 books graded in the real world. So not a whole lot graded, which makes it rare that way. It's $100. It's
Yeah, look,
9.2.
there's only eight on the market at the moment. Same with the ultra rare. Eight of them.
Yeah.
So the numbers are quite scarce.
What's the ultra rare? 27.
Yeah, that's the ultra rare. Ultra rare is going for 27 gems, 99 frags.
Not bad. Boy. The artwork I like. I like the rare, just how it pops off the white background. That's nice.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I like the theory.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Good book.
So what's the prices on this one going on at the moment? Let's have a look. 15 of them. There is 9 gems, 24 frags.
I think I have a few of those.
Yeah, I'm such a fan. I had to pick up this Walmart exclusive.
Here you go. Very nice.
Oh, nice.
So what have I got?
Booty.
So there you go. That's the one I've got. I've got mint number 1362.
Ooh.
So very nice. And I think I've got a 3-digit of the other one, I think, off the top of my head.
Which one is this one?
This is a Web of Spider 118, the ultra rare.
118.
Let me find it here. So yeah, so that's that one, and then that one. And this one I've got a 576 mint.
Very nice book.
So yeah, very very nice book.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Oh, I
Very
don't have any of
nice.
those. Wow, we will.
I did pick up a rare. Oh, hang on. I did pick up a rare. For
did you?
Web of Spider-Man 118. I had to.
Excellent.
$9.
Okay.
Mint number 24,932. It's a big number, but it's gonna fill up the size of my heart. You know, it will.
I'm lucky. I found a Gwen Stacy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, someone floored a mint 8620. So
Wow.
August 52 or Spidey FA. So anytime I see those near floors, I try and grab them.
So which one's that? Is that the Edge of Spider-Verse one?
Yeah, number 2. That's the Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, Spider. So I'm just bringing it up now.
Nice,
Gwen.
nice one.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah. I got the ultra rare of this one as well. Like, I just love the artwork done by Ramita Jones.
Yeah, it's very nice. So.
Yeah, very cool with the pink and just sort of pops with the color.
Mm-hmm.
So what they got here?
Randy Chavez did a stream once a month or so ago, and he was talking about the there's a show or a YouTube stream, and it's all about Spider-Gwen.
Wasn't there?
It gets like 1 million views a day or a month or something. It's so popular. I gotta look that one up, but could be an enormous character going forward, right? So great back by on that.
I actually landed the rare on this one on the drop.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, this one.
A 3-digit.
Oh nice.
Yeah, couldn't
Nice.
believe that.
So what is the rare going for right now? 13 gems.
Whoopee! Whoa, Basil!
Yeah, whoop-de-doo, Basil. What does it all mean? Excellent reference, sir. I love it.
Oh man.
Good old Austin Powers.
Yes.
We're all nerds in here.
That's it,
Oh
mate.
yes.
Yeah.
And
I remember
that was right.
when that movie came out, it got no love until
until it's by the Shagby.
Oh no! Well, no, actually, no. It was until it went into Blockbuster, into the rental market, and at that time, to mark Shawnee Poo kind of old. That was my first job, and I remember it. And people were renting it. When it first came out, it was just really slow. No one was really grabbing it, but over time, it was never in. And then it just became a cult classic.
I love what you just said about Blockbuster. I want to really focus on that because,
Yeah, okay.
and I know what Chris knows what I'm going to allude to. Blockbuster was big. You had a job in Blockbuster. I spent Friday nights in Blockbuster, and Blockbuster, you're right, made that movie, you know, a pop culture sensation. And now, can you kind of see what's going on here at VV, right? And Blockbuster's gone, right? You know, Amazon, they used to just sell books. It's not just books anymore. They're doing so much. You can kind of see the pairing of the two. Am I just crazy? What do you think, Chris? Am I nuts?
Nope.
I spent years of my life in Blockbuster, right? But that was the fun, right? You didn't just go in. I mean, sometimes you went in because you had something reserved or whatever, but that was the fun, was going up and down the aisles. And you know, there was the store, the section in the back, you weren't allowed in and all that, but fun, right? But just replaced technology, right? It grows, and so we're transitioning into a very new interactive Blockbuster experience. I think is what's coming. I always talk about, like, it's all about distribution. Whoever owns distribution kind of owns the game, and so Blockbuster owned the distribution of movies to home, right? Then like Disney owns that now, and soon it's going to be IP distributed directly to digital, right? So, yeah. Austin.
D, yeah, baby. So I was just looking at bit Poppy's comment there about what Austin Powers and Mini-Me. That'd be a cool collectible to have in the
That'd be pretty fun.
Oh my goodness. That's what they really need to do. Oh.
The animated vehicle has to be Austin trying to move that cart in the hall.
The cart.
Oh my gosh, you guys. That is the vehicle that Vivi needs. The Austin Powers car.
That's it.
Yeah.
Who has the licensing to Austin Powers? Who's got the rights? We're gonna find out now.
Yeah.
David, get onto it.
Do you guys know that McFarlane actually did a toy line of Austin Powers?
Did they?
Oh, right.
Yes, you guys got to take a look at that. Not too bad.
I have to do some Googling.
I used to have a Dr. Evil, but the packaging was in terrible condition. It was sun damaged. It was ready to just pop out of its clamshell.
Oh yeah.
New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers. So
okay.
So okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe is it possible?
Always a maybe. Yeah, fun
So
one. Sure.
Did New Line get bought out by WB?
I'm not sure.
Because didn't New Line do like wasn't that like ET and all that stuff? Weren't they a part of that?
I'm just Googling right now.
Yeah, let me find this. Yeah.
Herbie, hang on.
It says Warner Brothers owns the rights to the franchise.
Okay.
As of October 2022.
So it could drop on McFarlane.
Yeah. Fun either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just to have it.
That'd be a
That'd
good
be
one.
cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That,
Ah.
oh,
Tight.
Another one.
oh my goodness. Takes me back.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
behave. Yeah.
No
When I
behave.
used-
Look, it's the ultra cool action figure. I love it.
When I was going to the comic book stores, they would have walls of collectable toys.
figure.
Still,
Now this is the one I want. Look at this. Look at this bad
yes.
No. No. What?
Look at that.
Imagine the animation on that.
No, don't do it.
Oh my god.
What's that going
Oh
for?
gosh.
Apparently it's apparently. Oh, no, I don't know what this is on, but yeah, apparently you can buy this somewhere in the world.
That's the Mojo edition.
That's
So
it.
this came out
Lovely.
in 1999. McFarlane. Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
Really cool. Takes me back.
That's definitely a little nostalgia respark.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man.
But I think Double Quill's right. We need
Yeah,
Herbie.
Oh,
we need
Herbie,
Herbie.
yeah. Herbie would be a good one. Yeah, get some
Herbie,
bug in there. I could definitely see some Herbie. Oops. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Oh, it says behave.
And then you guys were talking about it earlier, but they need to. VV needs the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cryptoys needs Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everybody needs Teenage
I'm
Mutant
lobbying
Ninja
for
Turtles.
Cryptoys to get it.
Oh yeah.
Shawnee,
I
have
want
you
to see
seen
them in a game. I want to see the
Yeah.
turtles in a game.
Oh yeah.
Remember the old the video arcades? They had that, right? So you could have 4 players at a time.
Countless
Yeah.
hours I spent playing that as a kid. Oh my
So
god,
much
I used to get
fun.
I used to get whooped on it.
Cowabunga!
Yeah, and then of
Yeah.
course you had like the Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. That was like another
Right.
good one as well.
Oh, turtles
Yeah.
time.
Take your weapon.
Classic. And you had the original Ninja Turtles on Nintendo. That game was hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. There was like a speed run somebody did on YouTube. You guys got to check that out. I was like, how did this guy do this?
Yeah.
We never got.
So who could
Yeah.
build this? Fro, VV Investments, someone like go into a room that's a classic 80s arcade game scenario and use these characters and play them like
Ooh.
stand-up video games. Your avatars there, like
You know, Fro is writing all this down right now, and he's going to log off after
Yep.
and create.
yeah.
Look, he's writing now. I see.
Yeah, go
Build
right now.
an arcade, right?
See, I knew it.
So,
Well,
Fro, would you be
Well,
able to
arcade.
buy? Oh,
There's the name, right?
would you be able to create a arcade style, stand-up style, in like I guess outside of the VV verse, and then bring it in, and then put a screen on top of where the screen would normally be, and
Pushing the boundaries.
So, yeah, you know, the way it is right now, you probably could build like a rectangular, I guess, structure that would mimic a like a old stand-up arcade style machine, and then you can wrap the actual outside of the game booth itself with the actual print from the game. You'd have to import it from as a JPEG, or I'm sorry, as a PNG, and then use that as a like a skin, so to speak, because you can add texture to anything that you build or create in the VVverse, and you can change the texture, like to, let's say, the floors to be marble, to cobblestone, to asphalt, to hardwood floors, and that's just a click of a mouse, just a couple clicks and you're done. And that's why we all say that the VVverse is so much more user friendly, because with the way the VV Vault is on the app, you're doing this and you move one thing and another thing shoots across the room and you can't ever get it straight.
Yeah.
But the VVverse does allow you the option of having a grid, and you can snap things to the grid, so it's always going to line up at the same spot, or the next object will line up right next to it, and so on and so forth. So everything's covered in a line at all times. So it makes it so much more easier to. And then and when you're talking about the screen, yeah, you can put the stream board itself laid flat at an angle or at tilt, and then right on top of the arcade style box that you created, and that'll be your stream board there. So you could always have it just be playing on like a loop or something so if someone comes in and just look over, ooh, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there's the actual gameplay in loop form on the stream board. So
I'm gonna go back to 80s pricing, right? Drop a token in the game that's worth 25 cents. 25 Omi.
That's it. That's how you burn the Omi.
Right? Burn the Omi playing video games.
Ooh.
Right?
The literal Omi token.
Yeah. Right?
Do you guys remember when David was talking about interactive stuff like that? He was talking about putting like actual like audio like tracks in like the DeLorean, so it could play like music and things like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, Huey Lewis and the news going on in the DeLorean.
Yeah. So they were thinking about like little interactive stuff like that. I think really at the end of the day, it just comes down to like how creative you are, because they've already said that pretty much you can build anything that you want. It just comes down to like how you make it work, sort of thing.
Yeah, but I like, but I do like that idea about how using like the Omi token as like your quarter, like for your arcade machines. I mean, like that sounds like an ingenious, like an elaborate way to burn Omi.
Oh yeah. Someone, did you write that down, Fro?
I thought about like a jukebox with Omi. Like if you walk into a space and the jukebox changes your skybox. So if somebody wants to change it to like space, they can put in some Omi and then change the environment to space. And then if they want to change it to some like castle or fairy landscape, I don't know, then they can put some Omi in and change it.
I like it.
Almost, that nostalgia aspect, like that's why we went to arcades. You'd go to the mall, right? On my, I said this yesterday with Aaron, right? I used to have a Chrome Kui, my Kuahara BMX, right? You'd pedal away, you'd get to the mall, you'd be looking for quarters in the gutters the whole way there, and then you would enter this experience of sound and lights. I mean, kind of like your background, Fro, right now, and the lights, John, on your background there, like that was the experience, and you were immersed in it. And sometimes you just go to hang out and watch other people play because it was what we did back then, right? You couldn't believe it was going on, all the stuff happening on screens, and it was fluid and nothing usually broke, and quarters were everywhere. So it was easy to get in there and play, and that's what you did. You would say, okay, I'm gonna see how long I can play this game. There was no
save points.
There was no prize at the end. It was just that was your goal. Like how long can I do, or maybe how high can my score be? And
high score.
That's it. Or it's like how long you can last in like Double Dragon or something like that.
Double Dragon. Oh man, remember that?
So what is a game? What is a game you guys remember constantly always going to first when you walked in the arcade? And I'll go first because I used to love Fester's Quest. If you guys played Fester's Quest, that was one of my favorites. And so every time I go into 7-Eleven before I go to school, I get a Jolly Rancher and I play Fester's Quest for at least 15 to 30 minutes, and I'd be late for school. Every morning. What is yours?
I'm gonna go with Street Fighter 2.
Good one.
Yeah. Also, as well, we want to hear them in the comments as well. If anyone's got a comment they want to throw in there, say throw it in there.
I was very good at Zaxxon. I don't know if you remember, it was a ship. It was like a 3D that came down, and you had to just blow apart thing. It was weird. A lot of people couldn't get it because of the way it was set up. Galaga. Look, as opposed to 2D.
Very good.
But yeah, clicked. So. And of course, Galaga. Right?
Oh yeah, Galaga.
The classic.
Yeah, Galaga, Space Invaders.
Yeah.
What else we got?
For me, it was Mortal Kombat.
Yes. Yep.
And guys, if I could take you to a story, good old Dad Solder. Anyways, when it came out to Super Nintendo and Genesis, me and my brother were like, "We gotta have it, Dad! Please!" Yeah. He wouldn't buy it. Do you guys want to know why?
Go on, why?
He was not thrilled with the fact that we would be fighting possibly a girl on the screen.
Oh.
Sonya.
Oh yeah, well,
As
the
simple-
one girl that was on the game.
Exactly. His whole thing, and I think it's beautiful and wonderful. His heart was in the right space because he did not want his boys to grow up and think that it was okay to hit a girl.
I respect that.
But eventually we got our way, my brother Mikey, and we got Mortal Kombat. And we made sure to put in ABACABB to unlock that blood code. Woo!
Excellent.
Yeah, it's tomato sauce, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's
Go
my
back.
story. Mortal Kombat and Dad Solder, bless your heart. Mm.
Very cool.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. What about you, Fro? You got one?
Yeah, I got two actually. I got.
You
I don't know if you guys remember Rolling Thunder.
Yup.
Oh, yeah.
Yup.
So yeah, Rolling Thunder. I mean, it was just I'd behind the crates, getting up, shoot, duck back down. I mean, it was just
Oh
you
yeah.
know, it was like every kid's dream playing cops and robbers half the time, right? So yeah, that and I don't know if you guys remember Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was a
I think I
4-player
do.
game. It was
Yep.
like a
Remember
I think
Gauntlet.
as a warrior, a Valkyrie, a magician, and an elf. Or yeah,
Okay.
I mean, every time someone's playing, you feel the need to. Oh, I can't let them battle this alone. So you got to jump in and help them. So now there's two, and then someone will walk by and see, there's another space open. So they'll jump in. Before you know it, you got all four, control panels being utilized, and we're all going through the maze or the battle together. And yeah, I mean, you made friends that way too. You're like, hey, what's your name? Oh, I'm Fro. Oh, okay, hey, nice to meet you. So
Yeah.
No,
but,
nice.
yeah, I mean, good times.
And what about VV Investments? What about you, mate?
Yeah, you guys are talking a little bit before my time. Not gonna lie.
No. Okay. Well, what about?
I was a Call of the guy growing up, so the Halos, the Call of Duty.
Okay, right.
I think the first
the Xboxes.
Yeah, the first ever game I think I ever played was it was PC. It was what was it called? Dune 2000, I think.
Oh, June 2000. Really?
2000.
You guys know that?
Yeah, I know June. I know June 2000. It was I basically because I grew up with Command and Conquer and all that sort of stuff. So that was sort of spun off of that.
That was the first game my dad ever let me play. I remember playing that. So.
Yeah, right. No, me. I used to be a big StarCraft player back in the day.
Yeah. That was a good game too.
I'll show my age. I distinctly remember my dad showing up at the house with Pong. And
Speaking of Pong,
yeah, I was like, "What's this?"
probably got pole position. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, pole position. Oh my god.
pole position. Yeah. Now we're going back.
That almost cost me my degree at UBC, University of BC. They had
No way.
and they put 8 pole position. So you could have 8 people playing at the same time. Oh, me and my buddies, we bet on it and everything. We're punching each other, our money thing going on there, right? And it was, that was fun. Those were great days. I don't know if it counts as a video game, but Chex Bubble Hockey was another really big one. We played a lot of that. The actual controllers and the bubble so the puck wouldn't go out everywhere. Big hockey here. That was fun.
What about the sports arcade games? You guys remember NFL Blitz?
Yeah.
NBA Jam.
Oh my! Now that was a good one.
Yeah.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
In fact,
basketball was good back when it came out.
In fact, Nano, dude, we were talking about Blockbuster. Did you get to experience the Blockbuster Video Game Championship?
No, we didn't have that here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, back in '94. I'm aging myself.
Yeah, I love it.
But Blockbuster had and held the Blockbuster Video Game Championship, and they picked a few games from a couple systems. Kids would come in, or all different age groups, and then you would play to see who was the best. And I've got a story. And oh gosh, can I tell you a story? I tell too many of these. I'm sorry.
Do it.
Mate, I would love to hear a story.
So it was the Blockbuster Video Game Champions #2, and I decided Shawnee Poo was gonna sign up. So they had to play 2 games. It was NBA Jam, and then
Excellent.
the other game was, at the time, you guys are gonna love this, Sylvester Stallone, Demolition Man.
No.
Ooh.
So I played it. You had to come once every weekend. I think it was like 2 or 3 different times. And I remember it was my last time, and I got the furthest that I ever did. I got a good score on the NBA Jam, but the demolition thing, most people would go so far and die, and that was it. I went so far that I found myself in some secret area.
You had no idea what to do.
Yeah, but my score was all the way up there. We waited, and then it was announced. In my age group at the 75th Avenue and Thomas Blockbuster Video, Shawnee Poo was the top winner. Woo!
Woo.
And it was really cool. I got my name, like right when you walked into the Blockbuster, they had the scoreboard for everybody. Number 1, Shawnee Poo. Number 2, this kid, that kid. And it was different age brackets, but every winner from the age bracket was gifted 2 free video game rentals each month for a full year, guys.
What? No way.
Like,
Wow, that's awesome.
so, Hinano, I told you the story about how there was one Christmas where we didn't really have too much. Around this time, I actually won this. And this is how me and my brother were able to play so many video games when technically, because of our status in life, we shouldn't have been able to have access to it. So Blockbuster Video, if you're out there, you changed not only Shawnee Poo, but my brother Mikey's life. We got to play so many video games that we would have never have had to, all because of winning that championship. Thank you, guys.
That's awesome.
That is cool, man. What an awesome story.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's full circle for me.
Yeah. and then I worked at the same Blockbuster.
So it's full circle for you too.
No, check this out. Like, I remember going in there and I was like, my first week, and they brought me into the back where they had all this storage stuff, and sure enough was that sign that had the scoreboard, and there was my name, and I was like, oh, hey manager, I told you I was the winner, there you go. And she's just like,
It's like, whatever.
They were gonna throw it away, and I said, hey, can I keep this? Like, my name's on it. And she kind of gave me like, oh yeah, we'll save it for you. They threw it away.
Boo.
Wow.
But
but it was still cool. Still cool working for him too.
That's cool.
but yeah, no, the good old Blockbuster days. Kids today will never know the joys of running up and down the video aisles and checking out all the different titles and all the pictures on the front. I was that really annoying kid that used to take all the tapes out of the covers and then swap them all around and put them all back. So diabolical. My parents hated me for it. All the pain of having, like, to stick it in the VCR only to know you have to rewind it, like, to the end, to the start, which takes like a good 15-20 minutes.
My parents would rewind, and when they make me mad, I would go into the VCR and forward a little bit and then put it back in the case. I was that kid. So.
Evil.
It was cool because I was right around the time where DVDs came out. So I saw the transition from VHS, and it was the whole store, just VHS. And then, we'll test it out. We'll do the one end cap, not like a whole, shelf. We're going to do an end cap, and it's just 1, 2, 3 DVDs.
Yeah, a couple of things. We never take off.
It eventually took over this shelf, the behind the shelf, and then it was the whole store. Went straight to DVD. Crazy to see that.
So do you feel that that's where we're at right now with the whole VVverse and digital space? Is we're basically at that point where we're sort of at the corner edge of the shelf, and now we're gradually starting to take over?
I think so. I mean, I am constantly thinking about Apple and what they do. They've got all these digital projects. I like them, but are we able to resell them? Like when we're done, hey, I'm done with this. You know, I'm not going to be watching Free Willy. I'm done with it. Can I sell it on the aftermarket? No, there isn't. And in fact, I want to point this out. Some of these things, we really don't have full control or ownership. I'm going to bring up something. When I look, another story, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, this is cool, man. I love stories.
When the iPad came out, I remember I was like, but it wasn't until somebody said, oh, dude, you can read a comic book on it. And oh my goodness, it made Shawnee Poo's head just explode. I was like, because I had to buy one. And sure enough, bought one. And then it's getting into these different apps. Oh, they've got this, that. And just like we were talking about arcades, remember the X-Men arcade game?
Yes, sir.
Cyclops, Wolverine, Dazzler, Storm, Nightcrawler. So Apple had it on their store. And this was when the first iPad came out. I bought it. And guess what, guys? I don't have access to it. To this day, I don't. Because there's some sort of contract or agreement, or whoever created the app or whatever isn't doing it no more. And so that money that I spent how long ago, I don't have access. There's no true ownership is just my point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just with what Vivi's doing, Crypt Toys, I don't know if you've guys gotten into the Warner Brothers Web3. I'm really interested in that. The fact that this is a digital movie experience and there's X amount that are minted, that are created, and you have the capability of saying, I'm done with the Lord of the Rings. I think, let's sell it and give it to somebody else. I just love that idea, and the fact that to me that's real true ownership.
So the fact that the Vivi's doesn't have that level of interoperability where you can transfer it out of wallets and so what, do you feel that's the same sort of thing as like with the iPad?
In a way, that is a little bit of a hindrance, I would say, but I would love to be able to transfer it, to make transfers. I know that they were doing that before. I would love to have transfers back to. Because I know for even you guys, the creatives, the content creators, you guys have collectibles, and some of them you're like, you know what? I wouldn't mind giving this away. Well, I wish I had that. Sorry, I don't.
No, no, I don't have one, but I'll try and add that next time. I'll write that down.
So you're just stopped, and that's hindering creators, in my opinion. That let it be as easy as possible for you guys, because you guys are pumping them up, right?
You're talking about transferring between accounts, though, not transferring off the app, because those are two different things. Just to be clear, I'm just like a little confused. Are you talking about like transferring off the app, like too, or just the between accounts?
Yeah,
within the platform?
Say like transferring off like to something like a MetaMask, or just try transferring between accounts. I was sort of getting towards like the fact of like that. Say if like for whatever reason Vivi does like what happened to Rika. Say it happens to Vivi and your stuff's locked in the Vivi world.
That's what.
So.
I was gonna say that's like a perfect example of what just happened with Recur, because David did bring that up, where like if people were to take their collectibles from Vivi over to Recur and the Recur goes under, Vivi's gonna be getting like messages left, right, and center of people blaming them about this and that, and then it's just this whole like legal thing.
That's also sorry, Chris, go on.
Well, I think Vivi Investments had a YouTube on that, right?
Yeah, I talked a little bit about that. I can't remember which episode, but
yeah.
Well, it's like this though. With what Vivi's doing is still better than what Apple's doing, because I don't have access to my video game. I don't know what's up with that.
But with regards to that too, like I think we're talking about two completely different times, because like we've also had collectibles on the platform that have already been updated by the team, right? Like we've had the Rewind collective cards. They dropped the static cards, the Amelia Earhart and Cleopatra.
That's true. Yes. Yep.
They're
That's true.
completely animated. They've been updated since, and they can do that with collectibles that are in the ecosystem. But I think you were talking a little bit more about like if Vivi just went under completely and walked away from updating all this stuff. But I don't think any of us would be investing or buying this stuff.
Well, no, of course not. So. Yeah, no. So I was just curious, like just your view on it, just because it sounds like that the thing with the iPad is like because the app doesn't work anymore there, so you can't have access to that product anymore. Like, does that ever concern you that like with if that would ever be a thing with Vivi, like that say like like for all of us, like we've all invested like in our comics, our collectibles. If that's ever been a concern to you, I mean, like me personally, I don't think Vivi's going anywhere, but some people that is like a general concern with. So whether the fact that we ever get to that stage where they do have interoperability, there's always been the question, like that say if they did have interoperability, would anyone actually use it? Because there's still that level of comfort.
I guess too, the other thing is like, where does the the technology, the ownership, like if these are on a blockchain and Vivi's distributor went away, who would Marvel then just tag to say you're the new distributor? Right?
Exactly.
The assets still exist out there. They just need to be connected to a distribution platform, right? And so because I've got an older iPad now. It just chugs along. It's a few years old, right? I don't really use it anymore, but the apps that were on the iPad, I can still now download on my new device. It just might not be the same playing experience because the screen size is so smaller. So that's I used to think about this too. Like, okay, so what am I buying into here? Because there's a lot of argument to be made. It's not in my MetaMask, it's not in my Trust wallet, it's not in my Ledger. Like it's in Vivi's ecosystem. Yeah. But to some extent, my ETFs are in my bank. My checking is in my bank. Like my cash is in my bank.
The same concept, I guess.
Kind of the same concept. And so we do that because we trust the bank. I don't have that cash sitting under my mattress. So that was kind of where I made the decision to say, if I'm okay with that, and I'm not saying that banks are anyone's best friends or anything like that, right? But I think that concept holds. I always go back to distribution, right? Banks distribute wealth, right? Stock markets distribute wealth, I think, and assets and whatever we want to call it, fiat and currencies, right? Exchanges exchange cash for coins. It's just that's where I see this integration, and they've just done a really, I always go back. They've just done such a good job of making it easy. Right?
I think it comes down to company ethics too, just building on your point. Because not to make the point dark here, but we're both Canadians, and a couple of years ago the government froze people's bank accounts just out of nowhere. So I think that's a fantastic example. But I think even just speaking on Apple is pardon my language, it's been scummy in many ways. Like they've with regards to their batteries, right? Like they came out admitting the fact that they actually reduced the battery charge on their old phones.
Yeah, I remember that.
Incentivize people to buy the new ones.
Right.
And it just, I think it comes down to just how the company's being managed too, and it's part of the due diligence on our end in terms of.
Dude, like that's a really good point, because like you kind of have to have an Android or an iPhone. Like the world operates on them. That's just the tool of communication. You don't have to buy an NFT anywhere, right?
No,
so Apple has, to the point of the battery thing. We know it. It's constantly having to upgrade. That's why I finally got rid of my iPhone 8. Right, battery lasts me 2 hours a day.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy? They're old, like 8-year-old MacBook Airs are still going for retail price.
Yeah.
No
but
way.
there's still like $6,000 or something in their store.
Mm-hmm.
It's absurd. It's crazy. Sorry, that's just a random point. But
No,
That's cool.
So, yeah, you make the right piece, the right platform that works. So, and Vivi is just, like I say, it's just sort of simple to get in and out of it. Will it evolve for sure?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to become different. It's going to look different. It's going to have to, like all the localization we're talking about, like, bringing audiences in from around the world. And this is going to be a global trading platform of IP, right? So whether that is Vivi becomes Amazon or it's working with Amazon or I'm just using Amazon as an example, right? But
sure.
People buy on Amazon every single second of the day, and you don't think twice about it. I work from home a lot, and so I look out, and all day long it's just a stream of delivery vehicles coming to the house neighborhood all day long, and it's embedded. It's just how we operate now. So, some of the things I write about in the blogs, like we take for granted the internet, we take for granted mobile phone technology. Like, look at how many of us are from different parts of the world right now doing this.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's easy, right? You sent us a link, we clicked on it, and I changed my background a couple times, right? And it's like,
yep, and we're into it.
And without really any thought. And I was saying this with Aaron, we were talking about this yesterday at my collectibles. It's like when mainstream adoption comes, when Vivi, whenever they determine the time is right to say, let's go, and everybody's coming into this thing and it's working smooth and there's no real faults, and you've got audiences coming from like everywhere and in mass numbers, right? David talks about, what does he say, hundreds of millions of users? Like, we're not setting this up for hundreds of thousands, but you need the hundreds of thousands to determine the scalability of what you're working with, so things don't crash. And we did this out with a few, then we got to several thousand, now we're in 100,000 or so, 30,000 active, I think, daily, but several 100,000 people on the app. And so it's growing, but it's growing organically, which is also very, very powerful for a business. And I know Vivi Investments and I, we got a lot of background in marketing and advertising and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's no end to the way these guys could target and find audiences to come. And the way we set up campaigns and clients and all that stuff, it's relatively easy to get very, very pinpointed in who you want to bring in. I sometimes think, like, what an amazing challenge to have to figure out which group should we spend our marketing dollars on first. Is it Star Wars?
You know what's crazy too, Chris, and I'm actually curious to get your standpoint on this, just having worked with different types of companies. But one thing I've noticed about Vivi is I've never really witnessed like a startup company like Vivi be as global as they are in their early days. Like, typically what you'll have is you'll have a company that'll focus on a specific country, and then they'll go from country to country, right? And right now, like, I don't know if you remember the video I did a little while back where I had people comment their flags, but we had flags from like every corner of the globe. And this is like when we only had, several thousand active users. So it's really cool, in my opinion, that our audience is already so global that, it kind of goes back to what you were just saying. It's funny too, how they have to kind of choose which audience they actually want to target first. But knowing that there's many audiences out there that would actually hop on. And that's a really cool thing to think about.
Yeah, because some of them, like, you just go to Google and type in, Disney fandom, Star Wars fandom, Back to the Future fandom. Like, you'll see the numbers in these groups. And Aaron and I, we were talking about this again yesterday, right? But he's a huge Boba Fett fan. I mean, we both agree Boba Fett and Vader are some of the two largest IP that come out of Star Wars everywhere in the world, except on Vivi, right? And so we just don't have the audience of collectors of that, like of Boba Fett yet, for instance. But boy, when they start finding out that, like, oh, I should have been in here a little while ago, there's not that many left, there's only 2 or 3% available in the market, going to change things, right? We just haven't really tapped into like sort of micro segments to a big degree yet. And
Astro Boy.
right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Astro Boy.
Astro Boy. Yeah. Like
As,
pretty
as,
much, right?
as well as the Punisher. Is
Punisher,
along the same lines of Boba Fett. Like, come on, $14.44 for the comment. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Yeah. You know, and that's why it'd be easy for Vivi to just go out week after week after week, like every 2 days, dump an FA, say comic, right? They've managed to stagger this out. Like we're going into the third year and we're still releasing FA titles. Like to Hinano's point, like we haven't seen Cap yet. X-Men 181 hasn't dropped yet. Storm is still by herself as an NFT. Like the entire X-Men team is missing from the NFT gallery, right? Like
yeah, it's like why has it been this so long? Like why has it been so long since we've only had like one X-Men collectible? Like
that's the interesting question, right? I think it's just like trying
it's a longevity thing.
Yeah, longevity, trying to connect the release dates of, you know, what's going on. I don't think the strike in the movie industry is helping. Like, I'm kind of bummed out because I know the Daredevil just got pushed back probably another 6 months, and boy, I've been waiting for that, right? But to Sean's point, I mean, that Daredevil connects it. Like the Kingpin is in there, right? We have his FA in Spider-Man. Was it 50? We've got Daredevil. We've got Daredevil 1. We've got Daredevil 131. Like, if you haven't watched the show or read the books, like Bullseye it's like the Green Goblin equivalent to Spidey. He's that big in that comic series run, and that's a Grail comic, and that makes Bullseye an incredibly powerful antagonist. And of course, he's like the anti-hero. So we always watch and you hear things like Doctor Doom, for instance, right? Like here's a character that has longevity because he's not just a villain. Like you can kind of side with him sometimes, right? Working out his frustrations. You can see when Bullseye, his history and where he fits in the premise. It's a character that's not going to be killed off. So you've got longevity. What's Daredevil 131 in the market right now for? It's like under $2. It's getting close, D. Like,
let's have a look.
And I don't know. I mean, that's Farron or anybody and sleeping or watching, right? Like that ultra rare, boy. Like when do I get dropping about my favorite ultra rare covers for the voting contest?
Here we go.
Like look at
that's definitely one of my. Is it 131? You said with Bullseye?
Yeah. So that's his first appearance, and I mean, if you watch the Daredevil 3 series season, like he's an enormous part of season 3. I mean,
what's the floor on at the moment? 18 gems on the floor.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. That's nuts.
Hey Chris, I got my mint number is 376. I want to say that's the month and the year that exact comic 131 was published, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. And
yeah.
Well, I have that one.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. He just knows right away.
I have an uncommon.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
one?
March 76.
That one.
The cover.
March 76.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got that mint number, and I saw it. I had to pick it up. I think it was right above floor too, to be honest. It was just sitting there. I was like, what is this doing? Yeah.
What's our Secret Rare going at? Secret Rare is going for 85.78.
Fro has been a changed man ever since we last talked to you, Chris. I mean, like his strategy.
I'm sorry, Fro. What am I telling you?
Do you know how much I paid for my uncommon?
On the 131?
Yeah.
Probably more than it is now.
How much? Let's say wait. But so the uncommon right now is sitting for 2 gems, 45 frags, and D paid.
I paid 27 gems, 51 frags.
Oh, well, there you go. You can start DCAing right now.
Did you pay it or did I pay it? Who paid it?
I paid it.
Bad dude.
Yeah, well, I happen to have the ultra rare cover.
Oh, it's nice.
And what did I pay for mine? Oh, I've got a 4253 mint.
That's a cool cover.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
is a cool
Yeah,
cool
I
cover.
love the bullseye in the back.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I paid for mine, but I think I paid somewhere around 30 gems for it, and right now it's sitting at 18.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just
But
looking.
you get that.
No, yeah, my average on those are a lot higher than 18, right? But
Yeah.
but still, I'm not really doing anything with them. I'm just waiting, right?
Yeah, but-
just holding on to them,
but-
and
Just in the way of ultra rare covers, this is the one I like.
Yeah.
Daredevil number 25.
Oh wow,
that's going to Electra.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, which this is the only Peach Momoko cover that we have on the app at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and that is currently going for 18 gems, 90 frag on the floor.
David has asked about her.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that's one of my questions. I would like to know is like when it comes to actually choosing the ultra rare artists, is like how do they go about choosing them?
Well, I
It's like-
can't remember what the exact question was that was raised, but he had mentioned how she's one of his favorite artists as well, or maybe not favorite, but one of the artists that he was keeping his eyes on. And I think he mentioned how he wanted to drop more of her stuff on VV.
Yeah, because that'd be great. Because like I always wondered, like, do these artists approach like Marvel and then they get their contract like through Marvel, and then that gets transferred to Vivi, or does Marvel sort of like seek out these artists and then put the offer to them? And like, and I always wondered how it actually works.
Yeah, that's a question I definitely asked David, but I'm assuming it's probably people that are probably already on Marvel's roster, and then they kind of just contract the work out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I think this is what in the physical world, when they want a variant done, like an exclusive, a store, usually if you have an artist and you want them to do the cover and you're trying to go to Marvel usually is going to tell you, no, you got to use our artist and you got to pay us first, and then we're going to pay them usually. So I don't know if that's how it is with Vivi, possibly. Hey, Vivi, you want an exclusive? Well, you're going to have to hire our in-house Marvel artists, and it's going to be X amount. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know how picky they would be with who kind of does that stuff, though, because up until this point, they seem to contract a lot of their work out to like different types of studios, like even when it comes to the 3D modeling for collectibles. So I have a feeling it might have just, well, I mean, obviously there's no way to confirm this, but they have a really strong relationship with Marvel, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like, hey, who are we working with this week? And kind of Marvel assigns whoever's doing the cover or whoever they think is best to do it. But
Sean, you've designed covers before, right? Didn't you do like some Comic-Con exclusives and stuff like that?
Yeah. I've got this Night of the Chihuahuas cover I've done some stuff, but nothing like big like Marvel. I would love to, but I've got my own thing going, so it's okay. It's okay.
Do you do just like black and white or like all color?
Oh, this was they did this one for just a black and white Phoenix Fan Fusion exclusive. I do color. In fact, you know what?
Oh, very nice.
This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In fact, I reached 100 guys. I reached 100 subscribers. In fact, Ozman, I don't know if you could share this link, but I am trying to put together a Google Forms to collect all the people that want to be entered in to win this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles print, this Night of the Chihuahuas cover that I did. I will sign it. And then last, this Deadpool peen decal. Yeah. So
all right. So do you want me to put that link in the in the comments here?
If you could, because subscribe and then
done.
Fill out the form. And on my birthday, October the 2nd,
that way, down there.
I'm going to pick a winner on a live on my birthday. I will pick the winner. I'm going to pick the winner and ship it out as quickly as possible, and then delete all the information, because I'm trying to get all the information, people's address and stuff, not to have or to sell. It's just to make this as streamlined as possible. So there's that. But also, I've got to pump out the Web V Wednesday. Are we going to be doing this Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to give this away this coming Wednesday. You guys have to tune in. And yes, I do colors. At first, oh, guys, oh, here it comes. Got a story. Before, Sean Sauter, in fact, Sean Sauter just used to do paper and pencil, right? And
Very
then
nice.
I would have to hire somebody. Sanju, he was one of my first colorists. But you'd hire this amazing colorist, you'd get it back and it would look so amazing. But then you get to Comic-Con and you'd have to sell so many of those prints to cover the cost to hire that digital colorist. And so it got to a point, well, it was a good thing because it forced Shawnee Poo to get out of his comfort zone. And I ended up figuring out how to color. So yeah, doing
and then that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Very nice, Shawnee Poo. Now you don't have to outsource. Everything can go back to you.
No. Do you guys? Oh no. Do you guys want to hear another story? I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not gonna. No more stories. I'm putting a cork in it. I've got too many. I'm sorry.
That's right. As well, I was about to say, like, we are coming up and we've been streaming for about 2 hours and 21 minutes at the moment. So
we'll save it next time.
Yeah.
Real quick. Hey,
Yeah,
Sean.
Yes.
Sean, for your birthday, I'm going to donate this to your channel.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So, Real Uncommon Podcast will donate this to
Is
you.
that 300?
300.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, whoever's watching gets a little sneak preview. But yeah, let me know when, and this will go out to one of your subscribers.
Do you want to do it for my birthday? I'm
Yes.
sorry, Ozman.
Yes.
Okay, let's get back to Web V. Back to Web V. Skip Johnny Boo.
No, man. Like I said before, this is what this place is all about, man. It's about, like, collecting, connecting, and sharing all these awesome stories, man. This is what it's all about. Love it.
100%.
It's a really good space, guys. I want to thank not only you guys, but the audience, the platform. Like, this has been so cool. I haven't been in here too long. In fact, I've been watching for quite a while, and I've got ideas, and I'd be like, oh, it'd be so cool to be a part of this and, kind of say this. But eventually I did that Cryptoys thing.
Mm-hmm.
And after it, you guys have been open arms. It's an amazing community. You guys are great. The audience is great. I'm flabbergasted by all of this. And I'm telling you, the ideas are percolating in Shawnee Poo's head because the future is bright. These digital collectibles, these digital toys, I think this is going to be the new gold rush. I think.
No, we're just heating up, I think. Yes.
Real quick, I'm sorry. I gotta run. Like, in real life, job kind of is.
I know, mate. Life.
So,
He's going to sell a house.
Yeah, get close to it. But you know what? Thank you for having me on. Shawnee Poo, Chris, BB Investments, D, Nano, and Oz. I mean, gosh, it was great hanging out, just talking, story. So, good times.
Thank you, bro, for coming on.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, thanks for taking the time to jump in, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. And hopefully we will see you next. Hopefully we'll hear from you next week for Web V Wednesdays, because it's going to be a big episode.
Definitely, I'll be there. I already cleared out the evening for that, so
excellent.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
That's it. And just for those who are, we'll see you later, bro. Take care, mate.
Take care, brother.
Bye, brother.
That's it. And just for those who are unaware or just tuning in, Web V Wednesdays next Wednesday. The what is it? What is the date next Wednesday? The 13th. The 13th of September is our 25th episode of Web V Wednesdays, where we've been running for 25 straight episodes. There we go.
Fantastic.
So yeah, and so that's basically we've been running straight for just over 6 months, which I didn't realize until like the last episode. So holy crap, some 6 months already. So to celebrate, we're going to have some giveaways, some market shootouts. We might even be able to sneak in a trivia game. We've got all sorts of things. We've got Kid Arcade NFTs to give away. Shawnee Poo's got his print there. He's donating. Hinano's got an SR comic that he's going to donate as well. I myself have a UR comic I'm going to throw in there as well. And anything else anyone else wants to contribute is always appreciated and welcomed. And like I said, I'm just grateful for everyone taking the time out of their busy days to tune in with us and just make these spaces what they are, because without you guys these just wouldn't be what they are. And I'm truly deeply appreciative of everybody involved.
That's great. I'm getting the nudge too. I've got to go do a few things.
Yeah. Well, it is coming up on 10:30 at night here, so I should probably start thinking about getting some sleep.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I
real quick?
want to quickly say too, thank you for having me on your first live stream. Congratulations on 25 web views. This is what it is, right? We're building and growing and expanding the community. I love it. It's fantastic. Really,
thank you, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Love having you on, mate. So,
yeah, and thanks for giving us your time. I know you're a busy guy, and you cleared your schedule out on Sunday to come hang out with us. So we really appreciate that, man. I love all the knowledge in your head. I'd love to pick your brain some more later, but yes, thanks for giving us your time today, Chris. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Chris.
You too, Sean. This is great. Great meeting you. Congrats on the book. Good luck on the form fills, and we'll see how that turns out soon.
Woohoo!
Right.
Good seeing you too, Dee. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Mr.
Chris.
Collector Spotlight.
Investments. Look forward to your next release. Can't wait. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit.
Take care.
All right, take care, Chris. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Have a good one.
See you later.
Ah, wicked. All right, so yeah,
it's like almost 2.5 hours, man.
I know, it's just like flew by, didn't it? It's like this, like
yeah.
You know what my biggest dilemma is on this app right now? I'm in the market.
Oh yeah.
I've passed. So I passed on the partner statue a couple weeks ago, and I passed on it like 3 or 4 times now, and because I just decided to put that money into other things, like on the platform. In this case, I put it into the token, and I'm looking at like an AF-15 comic, a 200, the uncommon, and I'm like, you know what? Like these are such big comics, and I want to put the money in, but then I go, I want to spend the 200 gems on like 20 different smaller collectibles that are value.
Yeah. That is a dilemma.
Like a bunch of Astro Boys, right?
Yeah, exactly. I want to pick up another Superman. I want to get another AF-15, but I just won't spend the money because I just end up putting it into something else.
Yeah. Or maybe pick up a whole heap of Ultramen or some Philly Fantasy.
I was gonna grab the common AF-15, and I ended up going with the uncommon because there's like 100 gem difference between them, and then I ended up getting 2 of the Xenagras with the difference, and I was like, that's a much better call in my opinion. But yeah, I just keep looking at the smaller ticket items because they're so undervalued.
This is how I look at the AF-15 uncommon because I collect comics in real life. The black and white variants go way higher IRL because they're kind of like a 1 in 25 variant, or it's like a scarce variant. Well, the uncommons don't exist. They're just like the rare and UR. They don't make that. It's black and white, yes, but they don't make that in the real world. That is a completely different, brand new cover of AF-15 in black and white form. And so I too go after that too sometimes just because it's cheaper, but also it does not exist in the real world.
And it's the original cover still, right? Like it's not like that's why I was okay getting it, because it is actually the only uncommon that I have on the platform now. But I looked at that and I said it's $100 cheaper. It's the same cover, and I don't know. I kind of actually like it a little bit more because it highlights Spider-Man. So
yeah, and it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's cool to know. I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's how I look at the uncommon, like a 1 in 25 variant or a 1 in 10, or kind of like a retailer's type of comic that you can only get from your retailer, and then you pay an extra for that. And normally if you go on eBay and look at all the black and white covers, they're like double or triple the price of MSRP.
So there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a sharp cover.
it's beautiful.
And there's only
Yeah,
39
that's nice.
editions. 39 editions available. 190 on the floor.
And My Collectibles owns a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I look at that and I go, do I want that or 8 Astro Boys? Or,
Very true. Very
right.
That's
So
true, yeah.
Astro Boys.
It's tough because I think also just going back to, I can't remember who was saying it earlier. I think Chris, about how he was talking to somebody selling their collection for like a few pieces. Yeah, it's just like if you pick up an AF-15, it's like you only really have the one time to sell that to liquidate it. Whereas if you get like 8 or 9 other collectibles, then you have 8 or 9 different opportunities,
That's
down
right.
the line to do your thing. So
yeah, it makes sense to me. Like, you got the likes of like Colton Flowers, who does like the Crypto Pro, basically like taking his strategy of just basically like buying everything like below floor and then just stacking on it, and then as it goes up, you sort of like just gradually like get rid of it.
yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do that right now, actually, because I think there's going to be some pumps in these buildings. Like when people get into the VVverse and they realize that you can build inside some of this stuff, we're going to start seeing some pumps. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to stack those pieces that I think are going to pump, but deliberately holding off other pieces that are in my wish list, because knowing that I'm just going to sell the duplicates and flip them into a bunch of the stuff in my wish list.
I'm on the same boat with you, man. I've got like triples of structures, and I won't say what I bought. Other than what you guys already know what I bought, but yeah, I'm in the same boat with you, and I'm kind of waiting because there's like a couple comics that are like super cheap, and I'm like, well, I don't know, because I am in this. I feel the same way. I feel like we're having a micro pump soon when more users go in and they realize what they can build.
Yeah, like Simba and what's his name from Frozen, Olaf.
Oh yeah,
those are two that I really, really need to add to the collection. And I got the Avengers Tower instead because I was like, that's one of the things that I think are going to pump, and I'm just going to flip the duplicate and get both of those, or maybe even more. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? You may end up keeping that tower, right? Because it may end up, making your VVverse home a little bit bigger, and then there you go. There's your value in it when the people show up, and you do your VI content in your verse.
Very cool.
There's so much potential. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, like I said, it's coming up on 10:30 here at night, and I think it might be time to start closing the space out. Unless anyone's got anything else they want to contribute.
Let me say real quick. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to WebV's very first space. I see Evolve just jumped in. What's up, Ayo?
Hey.
Thank you to Chris, Shawnee Poo, VV Investments, my wife, and everyone else just for coming on, and also for Oz for being an awesome host and hosting this for everybody. Tune in for Wednesday's WebV Wednesday. We got our 25th episode, right? And we got a lot of stuff going on, and I will pass the mic. Go, D.
Yeah, thanks, Oz, for getting this together. Thanks for all the speakers coming up. Biggest bro. Hope everything's okay. Who else? Oh yeah, Fro Bro, Chris. The rest of you guys up here. BB Investments, Shawnee Poo, Hinano, and Oz. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Night,
evening, morning, so midnight, wherever you might be in the world.
Yeah, congrats on the live stream, and thanks for having me on. I hope everybody enjoyed.
That's it.
Thank you.
All right, so.
Oh, I was going to say thanks for having me on too.
I thought you were going to say something.
Yes, thank you guys for having me on. There you go.
Yeah, and I guess I'll put that out as well. Thank you to everybody who took the time out of their busy day to tune in and listen to us or watch us on YouTube or Twitter or whatever streaming device you might be listening to us on. We do greatly appreciate you and your time that you're giving. Big thank you to everybody who showed up and just came chilled in the space. So I guess Hinano, D, say Shawnee Poo, VV Investments, Chris, Fro, say Biggest Bro, and yeah, just everybody for basically just making the space for what it is, because without you guys it just wouldn't be possible. And get a chance, join us for WebV Wednesdays, which is this Wednesday coming, our 25th episode, which we'll we'll more likely be doing a live stream just to make the giveaways a bit easier. So yeah, if you're able to make it, please join us for that, because we're gonna have giveaways, market snipes, trivia games if we get the time to do it. We've got giveaways such as this one down there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said before, this has been the WebV Collective's first live stream. If you're interested to know more about the WebV Collective or about what we're all about, we do have a Discord. If you're interested to know more about it, just send us a DM, and we'll get you in. And yeah, I think that's about all it is from me. Thank you everyone again. This has been the WebV Collective's first live stream. I've been your host, Ozman Collect 63, and just want to say enjoy the rest of your day or night or wherever you might be in the world, and have a good one. And we'll talk more soon. Hopefully, see you on Wednesday.
Thanks, guys. Talk soon.
Bye.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Peace.